spots. You can't go to spots where all the people be at the mixing pot.
Man, we gonna start it off like this. Houston ain't got no joints, bro.
Bullshit.
They ain't got more than Atlanta. I'm pretty sure they got some.
Houston got the men though.
Houston is like the second Atlanta, bro.
Houston is not the second Atlanta, bro. Houston slow as hell.
It's big as fuck too.
It's big as shit. It's big. It is not the second Atlanta.
Place. You got to go to the places where the people you looking for are. The Megan Thee Stallions out there are very common. You gonna walk?
What?
Yes, bro. The bitches is common. Every time I go to HTX, but I be out there like, damn. There be some babies out here.
I ain't seen no joints in Houston.
It's
I
definitely
seen an Indian lady on the plane.
Stereotype of certain type of men and women in Houston. I mean,
yeah, I'm sure they exist, but
there's a reason why Drake made the song Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, and we see what city came first.
It's a lot of.
Nigga, do you live in Houston? You advocating for Houston? You Atlanta?
Nah, bro.
Now he Louisiana. That's what you got. You gonna hear that in a minute.
All right.
He talk about that all day too.
What's the women like down there?
Lovely.
Nah, we ain't got nothing bad to say about Louisiana.
Lovely.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the accent is crazy.
She might punch you. She might punch your ass. I'm bullshit.
Now, anyway, what's up, people? Welcome back to another episode, a whole lot of cap, and we got my guy Ray in the building. Go ahead, you got your host, you know what I'm saying, Eric B. Choppin, aka Ayo Eric. We in the building, and we got a special guest. We got the lovely
Janiyah Tashay in the building, y'all.
Janiyah Tashay, man. She gonna be sitting in with us today. She filling in for Barry.
We about to have a good time.
Yeah, we about to have a great time. But we're gonna get to know you a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? So people can go and you know do their Googles on you. You know what I'm saying? So you're a singer, right?
Yes, I am a singer. Been singing now for really as long as I can remember, but as far as recording, ever since I was 12. That's when I had my first studio session.
Damn. So
it's been a long time.
I've been wanting to ask somebody this question. So your first studio session was at 12, which meant somebody else paid for that and stepped that up. Who believed in you that much where they was like, yo, we finna get you in the studio?
My daddy. Shout out to my daddy.
Man, shout out to your daddy. Man.
Both of my mom and dad, they sing. And I feel like because of life and having kids, they weren't really able to push themselves to get in the industry like they would have, wanted me to. But I think as soon as my dad recognized, like, oh, wow, Janiyah likes to sing. She has a personality. She loves being on stage. At that point, he had some connects, some music friends that he knew. And they set up a session. And it was such a great time. I feel like that's when I really felt like, oh, this is what I want to do.
That's what's up. That's beautiful. Support your kids, people. That's if you learn nothing else from this, support your kids. So when you started going to the studio at 12, were you going consistently, or was that just your first time and then you didn't go back for a long time?
So my first time was 12, and then I think I started recording back again when I was like 14. Okay. And so I did an EP when I was 15, and I dropped that. So I did take a year off after that first, and I don't think it was for any particular reason. I think it was just because I was young. Yeah. I'm in middle school, just getting into middle school. Sure. So obviously there's a lot of different life stuff, but. So
paint the picture for us. How that first session go? Were you nervous? Was everybody shocked? Or
I remember it like it was yesterday. Okay. So the single that I wrote and I had one of my dad's friends produce it was called Waiting on Love. Now, why I was singing some shit called Waiting on Love at 12,
it kind of makes sense. You should have been waiting on love.
You're right. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, that's perfect. Monica was the opposite. She was already in love, heartbroken, like wearing the grandma sandals. It was crazy.
Not the grandma sandals. But it was good. I think my dad was shocked. I think my dad was used to me kind of singing around the house, and in school I always did like the school plays and musicals. But once I was in the studio, I think that's when he was like, oh damn, like she has a studio etiquette. Like I was patient with myself. I did really good on all the takes. So I think from that point on, I knew like I gotta be doing this. This is what makes my heart feel good. Like that's I like doing a lot of other stuff, but this right here is.
I can see you doing everything.
I do everything a little bit.
You got the look, the personality to act, sing, model, like whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like your spirit just seems like you're gonna go out and accomplish whatever the hell it is you want to accomplish.
Thank you. That's the goal. That's the goal. Sure. Yeah.
That's what's up. So you dropped the EP when you were 15. Were you signed at that point, or was it independent?
Independent. I'm still independent to this day. Honestly, I feel like until I get to the point where I'm having hella celebrities or labels try to get me right now. It's good for me to do everything on my own. I'm learning stuff too. I don't want to come into the industry being dumbfounded and somebody can throw a contract in my face and I'm like, oh, what's that? And I'm so easy to sign. Like this time that I've been independent, I've just been learning about what I like, what numbers look right for me. Like realistically, everybody jump at different numbers. To some people, that number can be too low and they like, nah, I want something more expensive. But to somebody else, they like, shoot, I can work with that. So I love being independent. Right now, I don't got to slice the pie between nobody. So any income I got, it comes to me because I'm the one that's putting it out.
So what she just told y'all about people was basically working on yourself, working with the budget that you have. Yes. That way, she's not saying she would never sign. What she's saying is she's working on herself. Yep. The reason that you want to do that with any avenue, whether it's singing, whether it's rapping, whether it's podcasting, whether it's anything entertainment wise, is because when these big labels step in and they want to sign you or your podcast or whatever, you have more to leverage. You know what I'm saying? Like to make more income, because they can't come to you and say the same thing. They can't say, hey, we're going to get you on this 360 deal, and on this 360, we want a 50-50 split. Because, they can say this to this other person who never dropped the EP, who never dropped a single, who doesn't have any fans, because they got to build you all the way up. So 50-50 to you might sound good, or 70-30 in their direction. That might sound good to you.
That is not it. I've been faced with a 360 deal that was 70-30, and I declined it.
Exactly. So 70-30 doesn't make sense for somebody who's established. But if you got nothing going, you never went to the studio, you know what I'm saying? You're a project.
Because it's money. You're thinking like, but it's
exactly.
You do want to have that independence though.
Oh yeah. That's what my daughter did.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That's why I'm trying to figure out which direction we taking the brand, because these shoe, Nikes, Adidas, they love you. We need when the kids need it, but man, they try to come in and offer you deals that make no sense. Like, yes, we're gonna change the name of your team to our brand. We're gonna do this, that, and the third. We're gonna do this. So basically, I'm no longer who the hell I built.
Yeah,
right.
I'm what you want me to be.
You're not you no more, and I feel like
for something
that's important for me. Keep being me. Like I don't want to come into a team and then they switch your whole thing up, like you said.
Yeah.
Like, dang, this ain't even a dream I wanted. This ain't even who I am. I'm a whole different artist now because they want me to look like this and sound like this, wear my hair like this. I feel like it's important for me to maintain a little bit of control. A little bit. I ain't got to have a hammer everything.
Because I feel like that's what happens to a lot of these artists. They come out, they do have a smash mixtape or something that gets us all intrigued by them. We fall in love with this one version of them. Yeah. Then they sign to a label and the label says, nah, we gonna switch it up and like, not going to speak on the T-Lane's part of this, but the Megan Thee Stallion whole new situation, like her whole new persona, I'm not digging. When she first came out, the thick, authentic Texas, Houston stallion that we were getting is not the same.
Man, Meg be making sense, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. She just came out.
That situation.
Did you hear what she just said?
This is not the same.
Yeah,
I get no more.
I'm with her.
You remember the mixtape outside, the cars that she was doing, the freestyle?
I've been liking the songs that she's been dropping lately. Like, honestly,
I don't like them. It's not the same.
No, it's not the same, but she done went through stuff. She's grown. She's evolved.
Yeah.
Did you hear what she said yesterday?
No.
Tell us what she said.
Meg came out, did a video where she was on IG Live, I guess, and she was like, why are y'all so flabbergasted that I like sex? She was like, have y'all not been listening to my music all this time?
It's very vulgar.
She was like,
sexual.
She was like, all my music is sexual. I've never said that I don't like sex. I've always leaned into my sexuality. Yeah. So when y'all found out I had sex with this person, if I didn't say they're lying and basically then they're telling the truth, and you shouldn't be really too surprised. I like having sex, like, and I like that for her. You know what I'm saying? It's real, because like it makes you take a step back. If you was judging her over the last few months over her body count, you know what I'm saying, which is totally her business. Right. You really should, check yourself, because she ain't never lied. She never came out and said she was
concerned. Her G-Eazy was my concern.
G-Eazy, the white dude. I would say this as the woman here, because there's a different standard socially when it comes to women being open about their sexuality compared to men. We all know that. And what I've always thought is the difference between a lady and a hoe is just a hoe is loose when it comes to who they're having sex with. They're having sex with men that run their mouth, or either they run their mouth. Yep. But a lady can have sex with 100 different men, but it's the choice of men that she chose to have sex with that are mature, that close their mouths, as well as her knowing how to close their mouth and keeping what's in the bedroom in the bedroom. So I think that shoot, if all of our body counts was put on blast, then a lot of us will be judging each other more than what it is. But it's just like you really don't know who.
No pussy.
Well, yeah, you don't know who is screwing who or how many people they're screwing if they are mature and they keep their mouth shut and they know how to keep it.
I've always kept my mouth closed for one reason and one reason only.
What's that?
If I want it, I might want it again. And then so if I'm out here running my mouth, exactly. Like, so that it
no
just
pun intended. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. That's wild. But
man, that ain't funny. That's
crazy. But funny, like yeah, and so I wouldn't. Yeah, if I want that again, it's just like certain things I kind of overthink in my life. I'm like, yo, if I want, I'm gonna sit there, I'm gonna meditate on this shit. Like, if I want this again, why would I go out here and be running my mouth? You know what I'm saying? So, some people they just want everybody to know they got smashed. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so they gotta run and go tell it. You know, but at the end of the day, you know, what's between y'all is between y'all. Leave that shit there. You know, but anyway,
you get more coochie being quiet.
Yeah,
I'll tell you the truth.
Let's put that on the t-shirt.
This is true.
You get more coochie being quiet.
This is true.
I'll tell you the truth.
Yeah,
I like that from being.
Have some mystery about yourself, goddamn.
Nah, because I like you don't do nothing. The dude who says nothing, like the guy who no girl think is doing nothing, it's him.
That's the bit in every single time.
If you go out in nightlife, that dude just walking around who look real calm. He in the section minding his business with he's the one. He the nigga you gotta watch. That's why
you overcompensate, and if as a man, if I look at you and your sexuality or how sexual you are so outward, and you to me present yourself as a hoe, you're overcompensating for something. That dick small. Let's really talk about it. It's either small or either it's either that.
Jesus Christ.
And that might not be.
Oh no, she's a woman, so I'm just have to take her
Look, I'm not saying
her word for it because I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know what these niggas work with. So you know, like
I just think that it shouldn't be. Don't overcompensate. Being humble, being chill about it, that absolutely is going to bring more women to you because they like, damn, something about this dude. Like, it makes us more intrigued.
I'm not ever trying to, I done told bro this a million times. He know me. I don't ever try to sell myself to a woman because I feel like that's trying to, it's like trying to sell a car. I don't believe car salesmen sell cars. I believe you went to that lot and you wanted a car. And they
just put the paperwork down.
Yeah, car salesman. I respect y'all, but I don't believe y'all have I don't believe 99% of the time y'all have ever made anybody buy a car who wasn't already in the market.
They already wanted that car. The car sold itself.
Exactly. Sure, you could be a great salesman and push them up to a different level of car, but
you can do that.
So I believe that guys, I don't speak for guys, like you said, we niggas, a nigga should be his own vibe, bro. If you your own vibe, everything be smooth for you. But I think a lot of niggas are not their own vibe. They get around women and turning. I hate kicking it with niggas, bro.
Turn into what they think the women want. Like that macho that I gotta talk.
I know you personally, bro. Like you even go out with somebody, we know them personally. Bro, you're struggling right now, but we get out of nowhere. You got a rack full of money. You got a Benz. Like when'd you get that? You got your
women be like that too. Women be like that too.
Yeah. Speaking of people that's trying to be something they not, man, what the hell going on with King, bro? T.I.
Shit.
Y'all been seeing this shit?
I did. He's been in the blogs for the last couple of days. Now tell me exactly what happened with him. Why did he go on that rant?
We'll take it from the top. King was out with his mom and dad. If you guys don't know, King is the son of the legendary rapper T.I. and the son of legendary singer Tiny.
Yes.
Who she was with Escape. From Escape. And so anyway, nice family outing after this little boy done been in trouble for doing, God knows what, like all type of crazy stuff. He done got arrested. He done threatened a pistol with somebody because they made his order wrong. He been going off on people on social media left and right, calling people broke, all type of shit. His daddy, as they're talking or whatever, he said his dad was like, "Yo, you not from the hood? Like you a silver spoon." That silver spoon word. I don't know what the hell is wrong in our community. That silver spoon word be pissing a shitload of black people off.
Wow.
Black people want to come from the hardest circumstances imaginable.
Back to my video from 2016, I said it a long time ago. You've never met a nigga that tells you he's from the suburbs.
They don't want to do that.
They don't want to disclose
you meet a nigga, he always wanted to tell you the most treacherous area in whatever city he's from.
I blame my culture though.
I blame my granddaddies. Because these niggas was the ones telling us, man, I walked to school barefoot and slow 16 miles both directions. You know what I'm saying?
But that's different. Niggas want to make it seem like they from the hood.
They was lying too, though. A lot of our granddaddies was lying too, though. Like the shit was bad, but it wasn't that bad. You know what I'm saying?
And so at least there was a little truth to their story.
Absolutely.
Nowadays,
they didn't have
niggas
it
be
good.
from a very good man. I have a friend who played football.
Talking gated communities.
This new nigga, you don't even know who the fuck it is. This nigga daddy's a doctor. His mother is a lawyer. This nigga grew up in the St. Ives community. He played football at Georgia Tech.
St.
And now
Ives.
he
what St. Ives is. Yeah.
That's the most exclusive country club there is in Atlanta, bro. This nigga grew up rich. We used to go to his house like, damn, bro, you live like this?
Yeah.
Now he a gangster, tatted from head to toe. Say he toting choppers. Nigga, your daddy gonna say, if you have a heart problem, I go to your dad. Your mama get niggas out of jail. Damn. How are you a gangster? There's nothing gangster about you.
I think that as a man, the level of hood thug that you have, the more you feel a little bit more validated, the more you feel a little bit more accepted. And I really want our black men to understand that there's no badge of honor for killing, stealing, robbing, and being a gang member. Like, there are certain people out there. It's a slap in the face to the niggas who really had to live that life. Like the dudes that really grew up Section 8, really was oodles and noodles babies. Like,
I'm from the trenches. Like, I'm from Ridgecrest Apartments, Memphis, Tennessee, North Memphis to be exact. The same fucking spot. Literally the exact same apartment as Yo Gotti rap about. Like, so the pictures he done highlighted and the bullshit he done illustrated, I'm from the exact same spot.
Yeah.
That shit was not fun. Like we had fun times. Like when we went outside, we used to do this shit where we used to slide down the hill on the cardboard boxes and shit.
Yeah.
Flip down the hills or whatever. We used to jump on mattresses, all that bullshit. That was fun. But as you got older, bullets started flying. My brother and sister, their dad was killed checking the mailbox.
Wow.
During a drive-by. Y'all think that shit is cool? That shit changes you. That shit happened when I was 7 years old, you know what I'm saying? And we wound up moving out of that spot when I turned 8, or it was like a few months, it was months later we moved out. But to have to worry about gang violence every day, bullets, people got killed at my high school, like, you know what I'm saying, like after school, walking home type shit. We had to deal with a lot of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We had every gang known to man in Memphis. Like, we got GDs, Vice Lords, Crips, Bloods, MS-13, Latin King, Silver King. We got all that. You know what I'm saying? The Moles, like, whatever you could think of, we got it. Plus, we got little neighborhood cliques. So I had to deal with all of that shit growing up. That shit was not cool. You actually live life like on the edge, like pins and needles, because you don't know what the fuck is gonna happen. Exactly, the little bitty problems
speak for the other side, because some people don't like to do this. Hey, I'm Ray, and I'm from the suburbs. My mom and dad live together.
What's the middle part between suburbs and Section 8? I'm there.
Yeah.
So I would say I'm there, but like my parents made sure, like, I grew up playing all my sports in the hood. My dad was not. He was from the shit bullshit.
Right.
I grew up playing all my sports in the hood.
Yeah, you be in the hood more than niggas.
I definitely had a little temper problem too. So my little baby bullshit temper got me put out to night schools. Then I went to the hood school, like, damn, I got put out of here too in Georgia and got shipped out to Louisiana. That's how I got to Baton Rouge. For those who don't know, my dad's from there. Family from there. I always went back. When I moved to Baton Rouge, I learned immediately when I got to Glen Oaks High School, shout out Glen Oaks, I was not a gangster. I learned immediately. I said, hold on, these niggas is different.
They're really like this.
They got goddamn dogs coming through the hallway once, twice a week. Oh, wow. I got into a fight. I thought I wanted to fight E. I thought I just did something. I thought I was the man. Niggas jumped the fuck out of me. I said, what the fuck? Niggas done beat the dog shit. I mean, I learned quickly. Yeah, there's nothing. I was in high school. When everybody wanted to be a gangster, girls like the tough guy. Which is why I feel like dudes want to do it. When you're younger, I get it. Guys want to be tough for the girls. But when you're an adult, you're 25 plus years old, you running around here pretending to be somebody you're not. There's no need. Why are you trying to be I know niggas who just get blessed in the gangs. I kid you not. I met a nigga. I was working at a Spike Candy every day. He was not a gang member. One day he showed up with a bandana. He was like, yeah, I had to get down right quick. Nigga, you damn near 30. You waited till you 30 years old to become a gangster.
That's lame.
Yeah, so much, man.
That's so lame.
Like, how are you now a gangster, bro? We ain't nobody even doing gangster activity no more. Yeah. We out here worried about our credit score trying to buy homes.
Yeah.
You trying to be a gangster.
Yeah.
No,
I would say I came from the middle of that and then the suburbs. So I wasn't raised in the suburbs, but I was raised in I'm a country girl, so I'm a small black community. Everybody had little homes. It wasn't no big house shit. I played sports too. Yeah. And my parents did try their best to put me in every single thing that they, could afford to put me into. But I did have first cousins, aunties and stuff that was living in the hood, that was on Section 8, that was on government assistance. So it's like I had direct, relationship to that, but I didn't necessarily have to grow up on that type of thing. So it's like I empathize for that and I get it. But at the same time, like you said, once you get a certain age, trying to play hard body or thinking that you have to perpetrate some type of image to get into a crowd, I mean, it's lame.
It's super lame. I mean, then okay, it's back to King though.
I think it's protecting something though. Let's protect, like you gotta say, King. He's protecting something he really is. He's really scared. He's really fearful. And
he will lose respect. He fears that he will lose respect if people look at him as just the silver spoon child. They're gonna look at him like, nigga, you ain't hard for it.
But you can still have anger issues and still be a hothead and be from the suburbs. So
right, that ain't no hood. Just right.
He's saying doesn't mean you don't have to stand on your like fighting, standing on your.
I do believe he a hothead. I do believe he has a temper problem though, because the shit that happened yesterday was fucking crazy. That nigga got into it with his daddy and was really ready to fight his daddy.
That's who the post was about.
Yeah, he was talking to his daddy. There are actual videos that showed the entire situation. I just found the video this morning. His dad, he acted like he wanted to fight his dad. You know what I'm saying? But his dad grabbed him and hugged him. And he couldn't move, and so he was like, "Boy, you can't do nothing with me. Stop playing with me." Right. And then, but he called his daddy all type of niggas, this nigga that man. He called his daddy a liar, quit capping, you flaging like you. I was in my.
Niggas, you from Florida?
Nah, that's Memphis. That's Memphis.
For real?
That's Memphis vernacular
okay.
there. But I just say flaging.
Why do you say that temper problem? So I've heard a billion situations with King. I've never heard him actually going at. So as a person and you're around me as a person with a real temper problem or anger issue, you'll see me go and act like, oh, I'm gonna did something. Now I'm saying like, damn, I did that. He does a lot of telling us, I'm going to shoot you. Yeah. I'm gonna slap you.
Yeah.
This nigga was about whenever you threaten to pistol whip somebody over a wrong order. Like you got some problem.
Anytime
you're out in public and your dad is joking, his daddy was literally sitting there joking with him and his mama. He took it to heart because it was people around, and he felt like his daddy was trying to make him look soft.
He don't want nobody to think he's soft.
Start calling his daddy all type of niggas and telling his daddy that he was a liar and he was capping. So it was like, I feel like he can't control his mouth. When you can't control your mouth in certain situations, and typically that's because you have an anger problem and you can't control your emotions within that moment.
That's Tourette's.
I would say
Tourette's is something.
It all starts from inside though. Yeah. The reason why he's projecting like that and the reason why his attitude is like that is because there's absolutely something that he feels about himself or that he thinks people feel. Yes. So that's the reason why you have to act out. That's the reason why you have to put on a persona. And I know this because I got close people to me, immediate close, that I feel like struggle with the same exact thing, and you look at them. Real. Yeah, because I ain't gonna put out. You know exactly who you are though. But it's just
put them on blast.
I know that because I have close experience with dealing with people to where it's like I grew up with you. I know how you are. I know how you were raised. I know what environment you was raised in. So how you're acting right now has nothing to do with your upbringing. Yeah. It has everything to do of what you've thought about yourself and these feelings that you've let accumulate that makes you feel like you gotta be like that.
I'm gonna let y'all in on a secret too. One of the reasons too, I look at him and I'm like, yo, he got anger issues. They need to deal with that, and it could be deep seated, like you're saying, like and it's rooted in his feeling inadequate in certain areas or whatever. But I'm gonna be real with y'all, the biggest killers, they gonna do all that barking and woofing and arguing and shit. Them niggas be smiling while they doing evil shit. Like
he said, if you gonna do some shit, if you gonna say you're doing something, actually do it. Don't be talking.
My bigger thing. So you're from, like you said, Ridgecrest. And I just finally put together my boy B Mason from where you from too. So shout out B Mason, y'all Ridgecrest.
Shout out B Mason. I just
thought about that shit.
Leafy Hollow Street.
Y'all niggas, you were one of the nicest, most humble people I know. Anywhere we go, I've never see you arguing with niggas. I never see you bucking on nobody. And you said before, bro, I'm not about to argue with you for what? I'm not trying to be in no, because you've been in a situation where bullets have been flying. Vice versa, I tell niggas, if you've been in a shootout before, if you've been on a quote unquote drill, if you've done any of that, bro, your life, you know that shit is very precious. So niggas like King who grew up with a fucking, that's a real silver spoon. It's not suburbs.
That's a real silver spoon.
Suburbs
Celebrity
confused with, like I said, she said in between. Suburbs is the in between the hood and the lovely life. So nigga, if you grew up at any point in time where you or ever been in a treacherous situation, you would never go out. How he be acting if you go to the wrong Jack in the Box or what? Name a spot like a little gas station food spot. Where you from?
You talking about like just where everybody be going and shit
in the hood.
You got Mappo right there.
Okay,
you got the easy market is like so in the Bay. Easy market
sound real bad. I'm gonna go to the easy market. You tell a motherfucking easy market, I'm gonna pistol whip you over my wrong order. I'm willing to bet that's not gonna go the same way it's gonna go as you do that shit.
Right.
Somewhere in the nice, lovely.
First of all, them niggas gonna laugh at your ass because they got them things behind the counter. They not American. I forgot at the Easy Shop. Some people Easy Market, Easy
Maybe
Shop.
Maybe Halal, Mediterranean type Indian.
Yeah, it was something like that. They look like us. Like
they
this shit was crazy.
They got melanin for sure.
Yeah,
you're not gonna play with them like
but
that.
they was gonna laugh at your ass and then like, all right. Keep playing, like you know what I'm saying, because you're not gonna come behind this counter.
I will say, before this situation with King, there was another situation where he just got his teeth right, and T.I. was on
he was checking them. Yeah.
Yes, he was on another podcast or radio station. It might have been Breakfast Club. I'm not really quite sure. Don't quote me on that, but they were joking him, and you know T.I. was laughing right along with him, like, look, I told her, like, and I will say. Just in that split second, I could understand maybe King being like, "Why is you laughing?"
Yeah, you didn't have to laugh.
Like 9 times out of 10, you knew I was gonna
jokes because your teeth is big as hell.
Which is true.
And then T.I.'s in this. He's a comedian now, so like now he's just trying to show that he could take a joke even about his own son.
Okay.
Me, you gotta know your kid too, like
exactly. That wasn't the kid that might have could take a joke like that.
Exactly.
So in my mind, and I will say this because I'm the oldest of boys, and my dad is in my life. There is always some type of competitive nature between the boys and the daddy. I don't care what nobody say, like, especially when they get of the age where they get into their manhood, because you feel like. I'm a man and you want to be expected like that, but your daddy always gonna kind of be over you when it comes to that man shit. So I feel like in that moment, he probably felt like, oh, you trying to play with me? You trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like whatever he already feeling, which we already know he quit to anger, that situation probably was another underlying layer of him feeling like he had to go off on his dad in this situation. Like, nigga, you know what I'm saying?
He wasn't them kids that he don't mask his feelings either. He come out. He says exactly what's on his mind. He even came out one time, people were saying stuff online. He literally went on live and he was like, yeah, whatever, man. I know y'all all say I'm ugly. Y'all think I'm ugly. Fuck it, I am. It is what it is. But you niggas ain't getting money like me. So, like, for him to even go there,
the rant that stuck out to me when he said,
one of them.
He said that, y'all don't know how I really grew up. My mom and dad didn't love me for real. We would just come over to the house to film the show and then be sent back to my grandma's house.
They addressed that shit too. T.I. and his mama said, they said, nigga, you lying. They said you went to your they embarrassed me even further when they said this. They said, boy, be real. You was begging to go to your grandma's house. They was like, and you know why you wanted to go to your grandma's house? He was on live holding the phone. The mama took the phone. Tiny was like, he wanted to go to his grandma's house because he used to suck his pacifier until he was 12 years old, and we wouldn't let him do that at our house. His mouth looked so like he went to the grandma's house. That's
but I'm saying, so if you listen,
he embarrassed his parents, and I know his parents probably would have never wanted to say that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I do feel like
you try to make it seem like we didn't raise you. Yeah, so I'm gonna put it out there. You was sucking the pacifier till you were 12, so you went over there.
When I hear his rants, I always hear him crying about what his mom and daddy did do, and I be thinking in my brain,
that's the issue.
But you got everything you ever wished for as a kid. But we all know it's not even a question. You stayed in a big fat ass house. You got dropped out of schools and whatever you wanted. And we always seen you pictured around your parents.
I seen them at
we can't catch you that many times with your parents don't have you, bro. Like I can't see you all the time with somebody and you can't tell me that my parents never had me. Nigga, we always
like Erica Miller trying to say Safari don't be he a deadbeat dad. He don't take care of his kids. But they always be with
Safari. Like I saw that
even the women was turning on her. They was like, nah. It was like, yo, he be with them kids all the time. Like you ain't finna just tell us anything. We gonna go for
these kids with that man.
And then you can tell a good father too. You can tell when kids know their father. Man, that man was up there and he was dancing for them. Them folks mesmerized by their dad. They staring at him, they laughing and shit. Yeah. They didn't seem uncomfortable. I remember when I met my dad. So you know that's crazy. You're not supposed to remember when you met your parents. Like that shit just they supposed to always have been there. Yeah. I was like 8 when I met my pops, and so I remember being uncomfortable around a nigga, not even knowing what to call him. Hey, Eric, sir, my guy.
Right.
Big homie. Like, you know what?
Big dog, right.
Big dog. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know how to address, cause like that's not them. And they young as hell too. And they know they daddy. So like it's just like, man, people be putting on. I understand I think all of our parents then did some shit to us that have traumatized us. But like we can't let's not put extra on this shit though. Like let's not say you was raised by your grandma when you just went over there on the weekends because you begged to go over
my
there.
ass for fucking up, but I'll never tell anybody somebody else raised me, bro.
Right.
But I think black men got to do a better job of staying in their children's life, because black men,
absolutely,
when most, not all the time, there's a lot of times it doesn't happen, but there's a good bit when a black man is in the life, he usually can, even with this King situation, T.I. is still there every step of the way. He isn't turning his back or abandoning his son. Right. It's just more of like right now we got to put you in your place a little bit.
They mad at him. They mad at T.I. because T.I. said he gonna end up in prison. T.I. was not saying that because he's proud of the fact that his son is going to prison. He's saying if his son does not change his ways, he's going to prison. He's saying my son doesn't listen to what I'm saying. I am trying to lead him in the right direction, but he's not listening. So because he's not listening, he's constantly going out there doing things to break the law and threatening people. He's going to wind up in prison, and prison is going to teach him how to change.
Threats can get you. Like, if the wrong person can call the police, you threaten to pull your gun on somebody, they can definitely call the police. Or worse, like I hate to be the advocate of the other end. Mm-hmm. You can threaten to pull your gun on somebody, and you reach the wrong way on camera, and they can put a hot one in your ass so they fear for their life because you openly made this threat to kill them.
And I do want to say too, because even though I do think King is kind of doing too much, I do want to say that just because you had everything physical wise growing up does not equate to how you feel emotionally.
For sure.
I will say that. So even though he probably did have everything he wanted, big house, school, whatever, clothes, shoes, it is still possible for you to feel empty inside emotionally because of whatever it is. But I will say this, and this is what I learned, honestly, when I went off to college. And I feel like that's too old to learn this.
Where you go to school?
University of North Carolina at Greensboro, UNCG in the building. Woo, woo, woo. Hey. But anyway, I learned this in college because when you grow up, you have an expectation for your parents. You think you're supposed to do this for me. You my parent. But at the end of the day, like, there is no parenting handbook. For me, my mom and dad had me young. So you got to think about it. One day they was an 18-year-old cool kid. 9 months later, they have to be a parent. 9 months is not enough time for you to adequately know how a mother and a father are supposed to be. So really, when you got to look at your parents as you almost. People. Do you think that you are ready right now? Like, be for real. If you were younger, if you were in that situation, what makes you think you would have been so much of a better person if you had the same things that they have? So once I was in college and I learned that, I empathized with my parents so much. Like, there were so many situations I looked at as a kid, like, how dare y'all do that to me? How dare y'all have us go through this and da-da-da? But it's like, bro, there was no other way. And that sacrifice, honestly, led to some great life lessons that I learned as a kid that humbled me as a kid. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I wasn't from the suburb at all. I know how it is to have water cut off and shit like that. Like,
oh, I know that.
Yeah, I had
my own bedroom.
Yeah, y'all think social media plays a part in how King acts too? Because like, why are you always running to Instagram?
He got millions of people watching him.
T.I. even said that, like, while he was recording, he was like, boy, you embarrassing yourself and you embarrassing the family right now. Y'all realize this didn't happen in their house, right? They were literally at the Falcons game.
Yeah, that's what I seen all the people. They were in public.
Yeah, they was in public.
Did all of that. His dad walked the
Falcons
out before the game and then had to deal with
They had to choke this nigga out.
Mid-game.
Because so the phone, you couldn't really see everything, but you could tell Tip grabbed the nigga and had him like that. He was laughing at him the whole time. He was like, it ain't shit you can do with me. Boy, you little as hell. Like, you 4'11". Stop it, my guy.
Right.
You got to piggyback. She just said something that's really... I have younger siblings, so I see how my parents raised my 17-year-old, 12-year-old brother. And I'll be at home teasing them like, now let that have been me.
Exactly.
But in theory, they grew as parents. So growing up, okay, we did this.
They got different parents than we did.
They learned how to be a parent with you.
I need to be compensated for this shit.
Yeah, man, I might have got my ass cut up with some shit. Like, I used to come home. My little brother came home and then do a homework assignment. And I was at the house. So I'm so happy to sit in there. And my dad came downstairs and said, Jordan, what happened to this homework assignment? I'm like, oh shit, he about to get his ass whooped.
Right.
I get excited. I get to my seat like I'm watching this. He goes to him and sit down and do the homework assignment. I'm like, ain't no way. Let it have been me.
You gotta realize too, they older too. Like they don't even feel like
get less energy.
Like, yeah, they ain't trying to do all this.
I know coach.
You ever whoop a kid?
Yeah.
This shit hurt you. The belt bounced back.
I was talking with my little brother one day because he was fucking up, and that shit smacked the fuck out of me. I was like, I tried to go back and hit my own back.
Now that's embarrassing. You go and put that belt down and try another method.
Oh man! I had to punch myself. I'm gonna fight you because I'm not good with this belt action.
Yeah.
But in theory, the soft parents, a lot of kids I coach now, their parents are like, yeah, we whoop when we have to, but we believe in soft parenting, talking, loving, and trying. Still like I grew up with belt to ass. Yes. But now I'm seeing like, you know what? If you get a good mixture of both, broom the ass,
foot to ass,
cable cord, switch the ass, everything.
All those things was for
Trust me, I'm from the country. They say go out there and
my mom was trying out for the WWE or some shit.
My grandma did that one day. What shit I mean? I was mad. I picked the wrong one. She sent me
scars. I got scars now. Like, oh no, I gotta find this shit. My mama left something on me.
I'm telling
right there, like my arm on the inside. I know where mine is. I can find any day.
I will say this. Yeah. I was a very, very disciplined kid. I did have a lot of attitude. I've always been a talker. I've always felt very mature for my age. So that got me in trouble because I would always be arguing back. And I was that kid that always asked my parents why. Because I would really want to know what it was, right? But one thing I had to realize too that helped me heal, and I'm kind of like in therapy now talking about it. I had to realize as the older sibling, I was the trial and error kid. I was the kid where they were harder on me academically, and it was because I set the standard. If you mess up, what you know what I'm saying? So King, he's the middle child. And I got a brother, he the middle child, and Lord knows he the most hot-headed one. And it's because it was less of a standard for them. Yeah. It was more of a standard for me. They had more lee room to really be a little bit mannish. Yeah. And it's just like once you're older, I think I seen a post that was like, if you're the oldest daughter, you deserve some type of compensation. And it's like, yeah, run me my money for real because we the second mamas of the house.
That ain't even. It's not just based on gender. That's not just based on gender. Though.
No, it's harder for older women, older sisters. I'm
gonna let you finish, but that's not true because
I need y'all to get in the comments and let's talk about it.
Okay, you want to hear my story?
Go ahead. Okay. You're the oldest boy.
I am the oldest, like of all of my siblings. On my mom's side is 4. On my pop's side it was 5, 6. But anyway, so we're gonna just stick to my mom's side or whatever. So I have my little sister and my 2 little brothers. I had to in the mornings. I had to help them get dressed. I had to make them breakfast. I had to walk them to daycare.
Easy.
After school,
tell me something I don't know. Easy. I'm ready for you to name something.
Can I get finished?
Go ahead.
You gonna let me finish?
Go ahead, finish.
So I had to walk them to daycare, right? Then I had to go to school myself, go to basketball practice, leave halfway through basketball practice, go pick them up from daycare, come back to the basketball practice, make them sit there, get finished with basketball practice, walk them home, feed them, clean up the house every day because I had to vacuum. My mama wanted me to dust like I was a goddamn maid. Then I had to help them with their homework. And shit. Sometimes I would have to bathe them, and then they had to get ready for bed and shit. So I'm literally doing everything for them. I remember one time I had to go out of town. I told my mom before I made the basketball team. I said, "Listen, mom, if I make the basketball team, we going to Indiana for a road trip." She was like, "All right, cool." I make the team. I'm in there packing my clothes or whatever. My mama walked by my room. She like, "What you doing?" I was like, "Well, I told you if I make the team, we going to Indiana." She's like, "Nah, you gotta go get your brother and sister." So I'm like, "Yo, you got a boyfriend? Like this nigga can't go get him? He ain't got no job. The fuck?" So that was just my whole entire life.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't been that.
He like that. I can't relate.
Yeah, my mom and dad went. Listen, my mom, they gonna pick up picked up my brother for like 1 year. They stopped having me pick him up too. I was late like 5 times, bro. I wasn't even good.
They wouldn't be asking me why I ain't got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kids. Like, yo, I was tired of the kids.
No rush, yeah.
I got a 0.
Tired of them motherfuckers.
Bit donut.
0.
Yeah, so, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is to be done for a kid, I done did it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was literally the parental figure in the house.
Yeah, like the second parent.
Yeah, so it's like me and my brothers and sisters, like, it's more of a I'm like the hall monitor. It wasn't even like a brother sister relationship. You know what I'm saying? So it be like that.
Yeah, it do.
Yeah, but anyway, speaking of taking social media and using it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all heard about Beyonce and Blue Ivy?
What about the Beyonce and Blue Ivy?
So,
I don't know nothing.
So Blue Ivy,
what you're talking about.
Blue Ivy,
every day.
Huh?
You put me on game every time we do a show. I don't watch that shit.
Hey man, I be looking, man. I be trying to figure out, what's going on. But anyway, Beyonce had Blue Ivy dancing on her tour, right? Mm-hmm. And so the internet gonna do what the internet does, and they was on Blue Ivy's ass, like, yo, this is terrible. We understand nepotism, but what the fuck? Like, this is terrible. Why would you put her on this?
She did.
So Blue Ivy. So this is what I'm getting to. Blue Ivy. Beyonce just talked to somebody the other day, and she was like, hey, Blue Ivy saw all of the comments. Like, we're not gonna pretend she didn't see it. Actually, the comments inspired her to go harder, and she says the next tour she coming out and going crazy. So I like that she was able to take it and find the constructive criticism through all the the negative comments, because there was some truth to it according to them. Like, yo, she has a ways to go.
Yeah,
but she knows that. She knows 12,
that. Like, she's literally a preteen.
Yeah, that's fine.
I please tag into this conversation because I'm gonna use sports on this.
Go ahead.
I was at a game and argued with a fucking fan, and I was at a 12 or 13-year-old's game. Kid is really talented. Mm-hmm. He shot a 3, and the fucking fan is behind me going crazy. Get your big butt in the post. I turn around and said, "When did you play basketball? You never was good at it." Half the people on the Blue Ivy's fucking post don't got rhythm. They can't even do the electric slide the right way.
But can we say that though? Because you're not a rapper, but you done bought CDs before. So can you can't say somebody's a bad rapper?
I can sit here all day and
we're podcasters. We talk about shit all the time that we don't actually do.
Whoa, I can sit here all day and say Drake.
I wouldn't say this with a kid, but I'm just saying
Drake's album wasn't what it was supposed to be. But one thing I can say is I can't do what Drake does.
Exactly.
I can't do what Meek Mill does.
But you're telling those people that they can't criticize something, but
giving my opinion of us sitting up here is giving an opinion. I've never heard you sit up here and say, who's a rapper you don't like? You don't like Kevin Gates. You never said.
I don't think he's not talented. I just think he's a weirdo. But like,
okay, that's an artist I like that you don't like. I just use the quickest one I
somebody who sucked. I'm gonna say Lil B, Birdman. It's a lot of niggas.
Lil Pump. There goes somebody nobody likes. He's terrible. But he also can go sell out a fucking arena.
And he probably
he can't sell out no arena.
He used to.
I will say this too.
Before J. Cole dissed him, he was all good. J. Cole dropped. Until J. Cole dissed him, it was all good.
Yeah.
You cannot go out criticizing, ridiculing people. Like, I have kids at the game the other day was telling one of the number 2 player in the nation, you suck. How you gonna tell him he suck? I'm not gonna go out there and tell Blue Ivy this. Yeah, I think Blue Ivy, you look off. I can say that you look off, but in 2-3 years when Blue Ivy out there killing,
she's gonna be cold. She's gonna be cold.
You seen Coco Jones singing in that church like when she was like 13? That video that got released.
I didn't see it.
And she was like, all right, singer was like, oh, okay, it's cute.
She a beast now.
Now that motherfucker blowing the fucking shit, make this mic explode. She come up here and start singing.
Look, we gotta talk about this whole Paul situation. I hate Paul's niggas. I'm gonna let y'all know that I really hate Paul's niggas.
Don't hate.
Wait,
but
you gotta be a hater shit.
Now, unless you say something like nuts, balls, dick, but y'all, it be regular ass sentences, and I hear niggas say pause, and in my mind, I'm like, I'm a woman. I didn't even think you said something. That's the beauty of it all. Say pause with niggas though. If I'm with you on a date, it is so unattractive for me.
Who is gonna tell them what? Who is telling a woman pause?
No. If they say something and it was like, okay, pause, and like it might have been something a regular conversation, but to them, it might have had a gay connotation, so they'll say pause. It's not like they saying me, but it's like.
But why would I be saying pause? We having a discussion.
Okay, easy. All right, say we sitting down having a conversation about a football game that's going on right now.
Listen,
you can be like, man, he taking that. Pause.
You got to stop dating these.
Whoa. Okay. Wait. No. What she just said though? Look what she just said. Pause. What she said? He has to pause that.
What he said?
But in my mind, I'm not thinking that's gay.
Oh, we're watching a football game, and he said, "Oh, he taking that."
See, it's situations like that. I get it that you think that you gotta say pause, but I'm a woman. I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, I can't believe you just said he's taking that. You didn't say pause.
I also don't think it's that serious. I think they just joking. They just trying to be funny.
No, I know niggas that they accustomed to it.
You gotta stop dating these Craigslist niggas, man. You gotta stop, you know what I'm saying?
Dating these niggas in general.
Craigslist is where it happens at for real. But Paul, I ain't gonna lie to you. If I said what you just said. In my conscience, even if I don't say it out loud, I'm gonna say pause in my head.
Hey, breaking news. Derek Chauvin, the ex Minneapolis police officer that was convicted of killing George Floyd was just stabbed in his in Arizona, man.
How many times they got his ass?
They got his ass in the throat, I think. But
he lived.
And yeah, but you didn't finish the job, guys.
No, see, y'all get shit wrong, bro. Man. He needs to be tortured. So let him live. Come back out the GP again. You got on that general pop line one more time.
Hey, you played to win the game.
No.
Hello?
No, nah. Because you kill him, then he got it one time. He didn't get the feel. With like how many seconds was he had George Floyd?
Right. I think people need to suffer.
How long he was? Yeah, I need you to get that many stabs.
Yeah, I need him to get swirlies for life.
And I will say this: I'm not just absolutely advocating for people to just die and be hurt, but I will say there's always going to be repercussions to your actions. What he did was take a life, and that's something he could never give back. Somebody has lost a son, a brother, a friend, a cousin, maybe even a father too. I don't know if he had kids.
And you traumatized
but like
a billion black
a little
people.
stabbing ain't shit.
You know what I want to do? I don't know. I might have told him my idea, but I might not have.
What?
I got this idea. So for murderers, right? Like not for anybody who's committed any other crime. I got a pay-per-view idea that would make literally billions of dollars each month. So you take murderers, not people who committed murder in self-defense, but it has to be like cold-blooded murder, right? So y'all remember like back in like Roman times, Roman Empire, they was like the Colosseums and stuff.
They fought to death.
Now, yeah, but this you take these motherfuckers, you put them out there. I've been watching a lot of Animal Planet lately. So you take a fucking lion or a tiger and you put it out there and you just sell tickets.
Like the Hunger Games and watch them die. Oh. Yeah. Now we'll be sick.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Crazy.
We all deserve to go to hell at this point. I said, I don't know if
that's like that. No, I don't lie to you.
Bro, murderer, you deserve it.
Say give them all one weapon of choice. They cannot be a gun or a knife. They have to choose something else and lock their ass in one room. Now, if you find your way out, whoever wins, you are set back free. But the rest of you niggas,
well, free? No, we got to send you to like an island that's just for them niggas, like the Winter's Island.
But once
that'd be so cold. You take the murderers and make them go against each other, Call of Duty style.
The only win
you know how bad it would. But by the time that nigga got off, if he made it out. If he
see what was about what he just said that made you
time that nigga got off.
Yo, that was sick. My bad.
If you don't know about niggas getting off,
I know about niggas getting off, but in my mind, it's just not deep to me. But I guess to niggas,
it ain't deep to you. I hate you.
Pause. That was it. It ain't deep to me. Pause.
So I'm not gonna hit you with that one. But you know, this nigga, I'm pausing him all day if you say something crazy, and he gonna do the same. It's only right.
I will say though, if the nigga make it out, if we lock the nigga in one room, 40 niggas who done murdered, like everybody who murdered for that month, y'all going.
May the best murderer win type shit.
Yeah, when he get out, he gonna be so traumatized, he gonna want to kill shit else. He gonna be like, yo,
he gonna be sitting there.
He gonna be like, he don't gotta worry about him trying to kill.
Everybody think they the big killer until they meet a bigger killer for real.
Everybody they the big dog until they run into Diddy.
I do think that when it comes to sex offenders and predators, I feel like when it comes to predators and sex offenders.
What, P. Diddy?
We're gonna talk about that.
But
I just heard sex offenders. I thought about
listen, no,
we got a lot of sex offenders to talk about today.
Rapists, sex offenders, predators, whatever. I know that you obviously have to register as a sex offender, but I think you should go a step further. I think that on their ID cards, there should be some type of, just like there's something on your ID if you want to donate an organ or whatever like that. There should be something that people should be able to physically see. I don't want to have to look at you and be like, oh, let me look them up as a random, because who's gonna really look? Just meet somebody.
I think it should be better. They should get a tattoo on
a scarlet letter. That's what I was thinking.
It should be. I agree. It should be something to where the general public knows without having to go online.
The same way I say it with the murderers, though, but you have to be 100% sure that they did it. It can't be like up in the air. It got to be like 100%.
Ain't no debate. If you got a child sex offender charge or anything like that, to my opinion, I don't need to ask you, well, how did that happen?
So it's on the phone, the person
absolutely. According to law, something that you did fell into the guidelines of having this.
What about Nicki Minaj's husband? The lady was recorded saying that she lied on him. So then he was
not raped her, but he was aggressive and
she said she lied on him. That was her words. It's online.
Why didn't he took the charge then?
So what if he
didn't drop the charge from
1995? She was recorded illegally. She was illegally recorded.
Legally they ain't. expunge that then.
Because she was illegally recorded. So you can't even take that to the court and use it. So this man, so I'm saying, like, we're talking to understand each other.
Consequences
I'm saying,
actions. That nigga did.
Nah, I have a situation.
He did something.
That's
I'm against every racist.
You gonna stand on your opinion.
He's a weirdo to me. I'll be honest. I think he's a complete weirdo.
You can't stand like that though, because I said I'm against.
What if somebody does that? What if you have a son and so hold on, bro. What if you have a son? Somebody lies on your son, and because your son is a little strange, they're like, well, we need to let this conviction stand. That's not cool. He's a weird. He is a strange man. I don't like what he said to Offset. I don't like 50-year-old dudes standing on blocks acting like they hood niggas and shit. That shit weird. But that doesn't mean that he should have this rapist. I don't
think he was 100% innocent in that situation.
So if the lady is saying he's innocent, why are you saying that you don't think he is?
I need to go back to the case and look at why he was even charged. Did they just say, oh, he raped me? Okay, yeah, we're going to charge him. There obviously had to be evidence.
Wasn't he like 18?
I know a personal friend that I judged for a good brick because I heard he was a child molester and it was over his daughter. I know a dude gave his daughter a bath. Literally, it was that simple. Like, it's a personal friend. I stopped.
It's a lot of stories.
He stopped. He gave his daughter a bath. Him and his BM were beefing bad, like on a bad terms. BM showed up to the house. He was giving his daughter a bath. He was inappropriately touching my daughter. The daughter was underage. She was like 10, so she could not go on there on oath and talk about her testifying for herself yet. The mom said, I know for sure this is what he does. That nigga daughter now is 16 years old, said her daddy never touched her on. And the mama still let her daughter go over to his house.
Right.
Because he's not a rapist.
Right.
I thought he was a rapist for the goodest bit. I was like, bro, you touch your little daughter. That's weird. Come to find out, nigga never did no weird shit to his daughter. He finally got that shit thrown out 10 years later.
Right, you familiar? You familiar with Chris? You
know how much money he had to go through and sit there and fight.
You know Chris Jones? They played for Louisville. Played for Louisville basketball.
Yeah.
Chris Jones is from where? Memphis.
Yeah.
I played basketball with this nigga. This nigga was supposed to go 16 overall in the NBA draft. He had a threesome with 2 white girls when he was at Louisville. They lied on him and said that he raped them. Come to find out, it was completely capped. They thought they were trying to get some money out of this nigga. Well, actually, the parents found out that they was having sex with him. So the parents found out that their daughters was having sex.
That's why you don't touch the white meat, bro.
So, but
type shit happen.
But that doesn't excuse the lie, though. That doesn't excuse the lie.
Whether y'all against, lie, but I want black men to know this. There are different standards.
You have to do this too, though. So we not finna.
But not on the same scale as white.
No, it's been black women that have the Nicki Minaj's husband, the lady who accused him.
Other than that, how many cases
that happens all the time?
Do you know that are big that we know of black women just?
It has to be a big case. It has to be a big
case. Do you know any personally?
Yes, I know somebody who went through that.
It's not the same as white women that do it.
Look, next
time. It's not the same. If you lie on me, I don't care if you're black or white. Like,
no, I'm saying the amount. I'm saying the amount.
I've never even been through this. I'm just saying this shit is terrible when people lie.
I agree.
And it be for all different types of reasons. It be for monetary, it be for monetary gain, or it be for like, hey, I didn't want people to know I was having sex, so I'm gonna just say that you.
I'm just saying historically, if there was statistics that we could record historically, there is higher numbers of white women that do that to black men compared to black women. I'm not saying black women don't do it.
That's
okay. I could agree with that one because it was a
we can look it up.
I'm not sure it's accurate.
White women were going around just saying they were getting
maybe in the last 20 years, but I'm talking about since the beginning of time.
But making this a race thing. Like I knew when you said I knew he was gonna go down a whole race thing. That one example that I said was like, I'm just talking about people lying about rape, bro. Fuck the race aspect of it. That's what
over this last week, a lot of women lately, like we said last week on the show.
We can get into it.
Women are coming out saying they are being raped at a crazy high rate. So my biggest concern is, why aren't you all ever pressing criminal charges? Why is it always straight to a civil lawsuit?
I'm about to
want money. They did not rape you.
Let's talk about
Marcellus Wiley was accused of rape from a 1990. Said he raped somebody in 1992 when he was in college. Jamie Foxx was also accused of rape from, I think it was 1994. Diddy was hit with another sexual assault claim, and so Sean John's coming off the shelves at Macy's. Jimmy Iovine was accused of rape. Like it was so many coming out back to back to back. Like I kind of lost count of it. The only thing I saw was Trey Songz just beat another rape case by another loophole. Like this.
Some of these women ain't lying. Some of them will. Some of them are. But unless you are either one of those parties and you was in them situations, we really don't know. We really don't know. Unless you was in that room.
Trey Songz shit, but Trey Songz his
we can agree. We can agree with that though. Like
Trey Songz allegations.
Yeah, we don't know what happened, but we're saying that sometimes people do lie, and the people
that's
who.
A fact.
So So the initial conversation we were having was to paint that scarlet letter, to tattoo that on somebody. You have to know for sure. Like if it's just a guess, or if it's you're maintaining your innocence.
Know for sure other than them two people.
So then we can't do that. Then we can't just tattoo you. Then or
we can put charge. We can give them a charge. That's what the court of law can do.
Okay, so then somebody.
We can't.
People just call making up. Keep making up
arguing right now. I hate racists.
I think the justice system is screwed. Just say that justice system is screwed.
So you was cool with Jonathan Majors, like losing his agent and all this shit that he lost movie roles, TV shows.
Why would I agree with that? Why would I agree with him?
Because they judged him before he even had his day in court.
I never judged the man or said nothing publicly about that shit.
We're not talking about you personally.
I'm asking. You can't, like that scarlet letter, that guaranteed. There are times we can guarantee, because when a woman is raped,
if it's guaranteed.
But I piggyback to last week. We got this piggyback off our last show. When women are raped, like our lovely other host said, is scared to go tell. You have to take your ass when you're raped. I'm raped at 12 o'clock tonight. When I finally get out of the rape situation, take your ass to the hospital to get the rape kit, so we can say this nigga's a rapist. But you telling me in 2023 and 1994 this man raped you, and you're not even.
It's hard to even defend yourself.
I would say this too.
Too much. Like, how do you remember all them details?
Even
you raped me in '93. What the?
Even a rape kit, does that confirm you was rape, or that confirm it was intercourse?
Well, they can actually see.
You can say, oh, he forced myself and it was consensual to him, but because
you can actually see if it was trauma to the area. So
there's the rape kits performed in a way where they can determine if it was just a regular sexual.
Most women don't get wet when they're being raped. Like, so I'm saying most women do not get wet when they're being raped. So there's some force. It's forced entry. So at some point, so that's how the rape kit works. They can actually see, like, yo, he forced his way in here, even if she eventually got wet throughout the process. Initially, when she's fighting,
sick ass nigga.
You gotta be a sick ass nigga. To be on hard while this woman is telling you no.
If you do that shit and this confirm you do it, shame on you. If you're a woman and you lied on a man and it wasn't, shame on you.
That's all.
Period.
I agree with that.
So my conversation coming in today was, I think they should have a different charge for when women lie. Because we can go all the way back to the boy that got killed.
Because they should be walking through.
I want to talk about the Cassie and Diddy situation. A lot of women feeling different about what her decision was. And I'm one of them women that feeling different about it.
Okay, tell us what.
I will say that I do believe she probably did deal with some traumatic stuff in a relationship with Diddy. But what I don't get is, as a woman, if I'm going to go to the law about this situation to press charges, it's because I want justice. It's because I want you to be held accountable for what you said that you did or whatever I said that you did to me. So to me, when people settle for monetary, it makes me think, how can you put a price on your trauma? How can you where did that number come from? How do you know whether it's $100,000 worth, $3 million? Like, to me, the 30 million, I just really want to know, like, how can you settle money-wise? Because why even go to the law about it?
Can I rebuttal you?
I want both of y'all to, yes.
So I'm actually on Cassie's side with this. And your side, I see where both of y'all come from.
Right.
But you can do both. You know, you can civilly sue somebody and you can take them to criminal trial, right? You know, you can do both of those. So if you're mad, so we shouldn't even bring up the fact that she went and got her money. Get your bread. But ask why she's not pursuing criminal charges to get this nigga off the street so he don't do it to nobody else.
Right.
That should be the question. It should be framed. It should be framed like that, not framed as if, because she does deserve money for the abuse if it happened. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But how do you come up with the number? Is what I'm getting.
Hey, your body is your body. If somebody touch you, look, listen to me. If somebody touch you, I hope you get their ass for everything that they worth. Whatever price you put on your body, it's your body. Can nobody tell you what you worth? So yeah, like, get all your bread.
So I'm on her side. in a way,
that nigga should have been.
I'm on her side.
I wanted to go to trial. I wanted to go to trial.
I mean,
everybody wanted to.
Everybody has heard stuff about Diddy. I really wanted to start seeing
but it still came out too.
I didn't want to go to trial for that reason though. That's not why I wanted to go to trial. I wanted to go to trial for her to show us that yes, this is what he really was doing, and I want him I want to prove it by you selling to me, like you told me last time. She didn't get 30 million. You said it. You told me last time. When I looked it up. At settling, that means he didn't give you 30 M. She's not giving you.
No, that was just the starting point.
Yeah, so she could have got more or less. Well, we don't know what she.
We don't know what she got. She could have got 15
But what
million.
I do know is you took the out in a theory, and now we never know what truly happened because now he can go out and clear his name. He has the opportunity to clear his name. If somebody does something as far as rape is sick.
I wanted him to be held accountable. It wasn't just about wanting to see, I want to see what that nigga did, because it honestly would have been a lot traumatizing. I've heard a bunch of traumatizing stories that she went through, but I literally did want him to be held accountable. I think there's an arrogance to him, and there's a almost like an invincibility. You can't do that. He
speaks love, he speaks happiness, he speaks all this shit out to the world, but we keep hearing all these negative things. But if nobody ever takes. Now, what I will say, the show was the very funny moment of the last show that my friends laughed at the repost about was him blowing up people's cars and all that shit. It would be scary to tell a nigga who actually out here really living the real life Joker movie. But shit, somebody got to do it.
And maybe that could have been a reason why she decided not to do the trial. There could have been still a fear there of things going further. Further
I'm
than
the
what
most least scary nigga ever. I'm willing to go stand outside and do a goddamn old school shootout with a nigga. But I ain't playing with Diddy, bro, because you blow my car up, I ain't gonna lie, that's some sick shit.
And I'm that type of woman too. But every woman ain't like that. Everybody don't have an approach like that. Some people just kind of feel like, look, we can settle it behind closed doors and never talk about it again.
But like if he was famous.
If I was famous and I was,
he could have sued her for defamation of character. Why didn't he do that? Because he did it.
I mean, we're not saying he didn't do it.
Right. I know.
Bro,
it wasn't proven.
About a nigga and not think
nothing was ever proven. Though. He always has plausible deniability now, though. So, like you said, she did let him off the hook because she didn't pursue criminal charges. We already know. They don't even have to come out and say it. With him settling with her, there was an NDA. Involved, so
for sure.
They'll never speak on this shit again.
Right.
So now, like everything that we've heard, shit, did it happen? Didn't it happen? He always has that veil to hide under. So so she dropped the ball. But at the same time, is it on her to actually go to press criminal charges? Is that her responsibility?
Yes.
If it's on you. It's on you.
That's how the next woman is protected.
If you want to protect the next woman, maybe she don't give a fuck about it.
Yeah, I was going to say, she might not. It might have just been for her. Yeah. And I get it, but that's why I'm different. That's why I say I'm different, because in a case where the stories I heard, the things that were done to her, there was absolutely no way I would have just wanted to settle. I still would have got money from that man. But we probably would have went to trial because of it. But I do understand people don't want to go that far with things sometimes.
Yeah, think about some of the shit that was in there though. Some of that shit wasn't even.
She might not want people to know.
Some of that shit she only did because she was fucking with a billionaire.
Right.
I'm cutting my hair off. I'm cutting my hair off at the drop of a dime. All of that shit. That's not even rape. He got you to have sex with some male prostitutes, and you engaged in that because that's what he was into, and you wanted to stay in that lifestyle. You wouldn't have done that shit for Malcolm that works at Wendy's.
See, and you know what?
Y'all gonna stop talking about my fry making man, but you still did last week.
My bad, Malcolm. I'm just saying, bro. She wouldn't have did that shit for you.
It's crazy that you say that though, because me and my best friend talk about it, and she said the verbiage that people use, people can misconstrue, because a lot of times you're like, he made me sleep with, and my best friend was like, did he make you, or did you feel like you had to do it because you ain't want to lose him? It's the difference between gun to your head, you better fucking, or I don't want to lose this man, I don't want to lose the connection.
You preach to the choir. You preach to the choir.
I hate when I see verbiage like that, like I was forced to. You still had a choice. You just knew that the choice of not doing it would have got you cut off.
It always be that slavery was a choice, motherfuckers.
That's the debate. That's the debate. Because slavery, they could have all ran away, but that is not the choice that a lot of them chose to take because of the circumstances.
This case wasn't as dire in slavery, because slavery, you ran away or you told master, no, they killing you.
They're killing you, yeah.
Diddy just wasn't gonna fuck you no more.
He probably cut you off. You would have died.
Exactly, you want to die. But did you die though? Like, you know,
ran away though. Like we had, like she didn't. Like she tells the story like she didn't. Like she.
And she said she was coerced into coming back. They said Diddy really needs you back. Like, bitch, you could have stayed.
And that was a choice. Exactly.
That's a choice.
That's the reason. And I don't want to make it seem like I'm invalidating her experience. That was so messed up what I've heard that she went through, and I hope
the
that
rape part.
healing. Yeah, I hope
the rape part,
that she healed from a lot of that.
And the abuse, the physical
Yes.
abuse part.
Throwing a base hurts.
That's
crazy.
But let's make it seem like there wasn't choices that
Within
probably
that.
was given. That she probably just made the wrong choice and didn't know it was gonna go that.
So from what I'm hearing, from what I'm gathering, there was things that she went through that she does deserve to get paid from, and abuses that she did go through. But then she took everything from the relationship and lumped it all in there to make this big ass lawsuit. As that if it was all forced. That's some bullshit.
A little bit in there. There's some choices.
That's why don't women. I'm not talking now. Hear me clearly.
Right, you gotta do disclaimers because you don't want to.
In this R. Kelly situation,
oh Lord,
anybody that he was fucking with that was under 18, fucking rape. End of the story.
Yeah,
Case
he was dealing. He was dealing with minors. That's different.
I'm gonna pick
hold on.
2 seconds.
Them 18, 19, 21-year-old, 22-year-olds, them grown ass women that was in his house, the women that he's actually in jail for now, because remember he got off on all the other shit.
Right.
The women that he actually in jail for now, they had to call his phone when they wanted to use the restroom. They had to ask him could they eat stuff out of the refrigerator. He was making these motherfuckers. What the lady said, he was making them drink their own piss, but he was doing it over the phone. He was calling there. And you want something to drink? Drink out of their cup. Drink your own piss. You let a nigga control you that was all the way 10 states over, and he told you to do some shit on the phone, and you did it.
That's
and you
choice.
with your grown ass, that's your choice. And your parents were telling you to come home. Y'all are not victims. Y'all wouldn't have done that shit. I'm sorry, bro. Y'all wouldn't have done that for Malcolm from Wendy's. Like that is.
I ain't gonna bullshit. I'm gonna talk about the R. Kelly situation. I say this 24/7. Even to the little girls. Every one of them little girls that was brought in 15, 16, 17-year-old girls, every one of their parents deserve to be in jail right there with R. Kelly in the same motherfucking goddamn cell.
I agree.
Because if you took your fucking 15-year-old, 16-year-old
You pimped them out
to a man who y'all already heard, we've heard for years that R. Kelly fucking
He's had allegations ever since the early 90s.
So why the
that
fuck you
piss
dropping
on
your
you
girl?
situation? That was before I was born, or maybe when I was a
I'm
baby.
never gonna.
So we knew this.
I'm not taking my daughter to a nigga I know is notorious for this shit.
A sexual
and
offender,
all the women who were
offender.
stuck in this crib, baby girl, you over there because your ass wanted that. I don't believe in because the white man, 50 Shades of Grey came out. He was blocking time started. That R. Kelly into some sick shit. They got niggas into pissing on bitches.
Hey.
They got niggas into all types of weird shit.
I want to go to a whole different conversation because of what you just said. Are women secretly into I don't know. Are women?
Yes.
Are they feeding into like?
Please, you asking the women? I need to answer this.
Are women like secretly traumatized themselves? Like, what is going on? Because I have yet to meet a woman who hasn't asked me to choke them like during sex or smack them around. Or now a lot of the women are into like spitting in their mouth. Like it's just like a whole bunch of like handcuffs. Like putting them over the knee, smacking that, like spanking them.
No, I'm not doing
all
this. That's crazy.
All
this niggas who do it.
It's all type of shit. Women are into a lot of physical abuse type things sexually. Does that stem from like some type of childhood trauma? Should we do away with that? Is that like reinforcing like negative shit like that they went through? I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this shit.
I absolutely feel like there is some type of tie to every kink. So whether that's like a lot of hair, I like ass smacking, I like whatever. I think that you don't just like kinks for certain reason. There is absolutely something that it comes from. I'm personally not a woman that's into having things like I'm into pleasure, not pain. Now, what I am into is enforcing pain. I will do that. But do I feel like
she beating ass around this one?
Do I feel like I'm the one that's like I don't speak on what I do in Michigan. I will say that some dudes do like you to be rough because I mean naturally you expect for the woman to be the submissive in the bedroom. So some men are okay with that switch of that dominance. I wouldn't say I'm out here burning candle wax on niggas and going hard because there's different levels. That's too but far. I mean, I have had a guy that was cool with me choking him back, or
I ain't tripping on you choking me back, but
I'm not. I'm not into the stuff. I'm not into the brutal stuff. The brutal stuff doesn't turn me on.
Some girls like to. I choked the girl one time and she choked me back. I want to choke her hard. The bitch don't choke me.
See, that to me is okay, but I feel like
dominance in the bedroom.
No.
I don't need my woman to be dominant or who I'm dealing with. I don't need you to be dominant in the bedroom. What I do like is I like forward women. I like women that inbox me or come up to me like, hey, here's my number. I want to talk because women like so.
But as far as once you there, what's like, you know, everybody got limitations. Like some people got limitations that's further than other people's limitations. Like I know I was introduced to limitations. I was introduced to it. It came to women with like handcuffs and all that shit. I was like, I ain't think I would like it. That shit was fire.
Yeah, I don't trust nobody enough to be handcuffed.
You gotta put trust in it.
I wasn't out here handcuffed, bro. Come on.
Hey man,
you know I know niggas and bitches be getting robbed.
I'm traumatized from a lot of shit. That's why I like women that holler at me, cause like y'all motherfuckers be getting like I ain't trying to be me too.
I know niggas
like,
that fuck the rape shit. I know niggas that's cool with bitches that get a bitch to handcuff you to rob you. I'm not going for it.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not forward. And I'm not to a new nigga. I'm not forward. I'm not that woman that's gonna come up to you at the bar like I'm not that type of woman. Now once we get to know each other and I read you and you read me, I absolutely gonna start being forward and saying stuff. But to me, I feel like men won't speak on it, but they love a forward woman, and then eventually they start being like, nah, she probably do that with everybody. Like you start having some men, maybe not you.
You're assuming at this point.
No, I'm saying out of experience, not for me, but I'm saying I have guy friends that be like, you know, yeah, she get down, but she probably, you know, the fact that she do that, she probably da. It might not make them stop messing with her, but they gonna say that.
I never thought that, like, cause like I say, like 90% of the women I done talked to, they didn't talk to me first. Or they didn't gave me some inkling that they want to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's worked out really good that way, because in the reverse, I think it's because I come from a family.
You're not talking about random women. You talking about people that knew you, or you talking about
randoms?
Okay.
Yeah, like randoms. And most of the women that I talk to, even like that I've known, like they'll make it known, because certain things women are not gonna do.
You're confused on what you're saying right now. Are you saying you like a woman that comes to you and kind of like directs the
okay.
Like you like a woman that directs the engagement, like she controls how the level of engagement is gonna go?
Nah, I like a woman who is forward enough to say, hey, I like you, or I want to talk to you as more than a friend type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to see where this goes. As like, cause instead of us playing, instead of like playing this, do she fuck with me, or do she like me, or do we?
Why would you have a question
at what point do you want her to shoot her shot? You want her to shoot her shot at the bar?
So I grew up around a lot of women. Like I had a whole shitload of women in my family, a whole bunch of female friends that I grew up around. I know for a fact a lot of women get off on making a dude think they like them, and then once the dude be like, oh, okay, I'm about to go ahead and see what's up. Hey, so you want to go out? Oh no, I ain't feeling you like that. I've seen so many niggas get embarrassed, like straight up embarrassed, and then I asked the chick, like,
that's a confused woman. To me, I'm not even going.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of them.
I get what you're saying.
It's a lot of them.
I do get what you're saying in a way. I would like a girl, if I'm out and about and we keep making eye contact and you making them, you're majority of the one, yeah, come say something. But me, I'm maybe a little crazy. I like to chase. I don't like the one that's just like the girl that walk up to me and be like,
if I've been you all night and you waited on me to say something to you,
we doing this balance.
You're not the type of nigga that I like. I'm not saying you're not a good nigga. You probably are great, but you're not the guy for me.
See, the iron thing,
in my opinion.
So you're literally just saying what I just said. So if you iron a nigga all night, right, you're giving him the go ahead. Like I'm not finna go holler.
Talk to me.
If
you waited, about to be over. We leaving the club and you ain't said nothing to me, and it's because you was hoping. Oh, she was looking at me, so I'm gonna say something to her. You're not the man that I would, because you would have been said something.
If you staring at a nigga like who ain't doing it, because that's the
niggas be like that.
Yeah, I be out with my homeboys. They be like, you see Shawty keep looking over here, and I be like, go over there and say,
go say something.
And nigga hit me with the I'm gonna make her come over here. Okay, while you're sitting here, I'm like,
thank you. That's
the type of guy we talking about. Okay, that's wild right there.
Yeah, like the guys that recognize, like it's shorty, I recognize it, but you ain't moving yet.
You like a girl that controls y'all level of engagement, because some women will walk up to you and do all the work.
Yeah,
I've seen it, but I, like she said, I won't say that.
I'm gonna make her.
I'll be like in my brain, like, this ain't your first time walking up to a nigga saying, "Oh, I think you cute. I'm trying to get to know you." I know this ain't your first time. You were too confident. When you walked over here, you did it with so much confidence.
Women that do it.
Yeah, so like,
you are the only exception. I ever want niggas to think, oh, she came up to me. If a woman has ever came up to you and been forward and say, hey, you look good, I want to come back home with you tonight, or you are not the first man she doing it. She's used to being the woman that does it. She
Who
does
care about
that.
Hold up. Y'all just went way too far.
No,
I wouldn't even.
Nothing wrong with it. I want her first rodeo.
I wasn't talking about the woman that come up to me and be like, "Oh, I want you to come home with me tonight. I just met you," type shit. Nah, I definitely.
So you don't want that type of woman.
I'm a definitely think you do that shit all the time. If you
That's what I was talking about the whole time.
Nah, I
thought you were talking
yeah,
about.
that's what I'm saying.
You on the same page. What you were saying.
You talking about just sliding your DM, like just saying,
I'm just talking about talking. Like, hey,
like, let's be.
I like you. You cute, or like, let's. Here's my number type shit. Not on some come back to my crib. Yeah,
when you say woman is forward, that's what. That's the forwardness I'm talking about.
That's fast forward. I'm talking
about. That's what forward
means. I'm talking about forward. You know,
forward means
forward just means you're not. No, forward just means that you're not sitting back waiting on the next move. You're going to be proactive in moving this situation.
But I ain't gonna bullshit. You know, something I did learn, like as the time went by, bro. A lot of women, a lot of women don't ever even make the eye contact for real. A girl will like a nigga and be mean as fuck, or not even mean. They don't even pay that nigga no attention.
I would never talk to
there was a girl
being
I
mean
talked to
or
her for a good grip, bro. But before we talked, I was around shorty for a long time. I never knew she even thought I was I ain't not even her. Bro, how she used to, I used to think my mind like she ain't paying me no fucking mind. Come to find out. So sometimes you gotta be more like an alpha nigga, bro. You gotta just, if you like somebody, you gotta say something, figure it out.
I'm one of them women that feels the same as that way. As a man, if you feel some type of way to me, tell me.
Signals.
Tell
Some
me.
women don't give no signals, but you gotta find this on your own.
I don't know, man. Women they've been coming out with too many. I felt like I was put in a situation. Don't skip all that.
Niggas be.
I was about to say it's a thin line between creep.
Who knows what a creep is?
I know what a creep is, bro. Because I said,
clearly know what that
out
is.
with niggas, I be paying attention to them.
I rather keep to myself.
What the fuck going on over there? What you doing? Like some niggas when they go shoot they shot at females, it don't even look normal. Like why you grab her up, bro?
Grabbing some woman, groping her, immediately being sexual, immediately being possessive, sexual, all that stuff is creep type behavior.
Niggas don't even introduce themselves no more, bro. You ever been around your homeboy when they say something? Like be around your homies when they say some shit, bro.
I've had stuff like that. Like, yeah, you can cut off everybody in your phone. Fuck that nigga.
Fathom
that's
doing that, so I wouldn't. That didn't even cross my mind. Like,
just listen to the shit niggas say, bro. I've been sitting in my section, minding my business. I heard one of my homeboys say to a shot, yo, your ass fat as fuck. Yo, I'm trying to see what that's talking about. He didn't even say his name yet. I said, bro, you skipped the name. You skipped where you from. You went straight to that.
That's so typical, especially here in Atlanta. Maybe not everywhere, but I'm telling you, when I first moved here, I was like, damn, I love being around us. I love black people. I love niggas. Like, this is it. But I was overwhelmed. Coming from a person who be around niggas all the time, like I was still overwhelmed with the approach that the men have out here when it come to dating. I do feel like I've came across more men who are too forward, borderline creep, compared to the men that are patient, that know how to communicate in an effective way, that know how, just how to talk to a woman. To me, the niggas out here is because of this fast life. You used to the BBL community, the scammer community, and people always to where they feel like they can talk to women like that. But to me, that's an automatic turn on. Like you should know how to talk to a woman. Turn off. That's an automatic turn off for me. Like don't be doing too much. To me, niggas in Atlanta do
niggas just don't. Niggas they don't shoot their shot. Like you go to other cities, I do know that. Like go to New Orleans, niggas will be out. Say love, let me talk to you. My name is.
Oh, yeah. It's like a poem. You like, baby, yeah, you can talk to me.
So, like, for me, when I be out, I'll say that to them. They look at me like, where you from? Shit, I'm from where niggas was held accountable. To. You walk up to a shawty in another city with the shit niggas doing the A, that shit is not gonna go. I will say
don't go everywhere, no. Like,
because niggas in the A cannot go to, like, the real country town. Yeah, you can't go to Arkansas with no shit like that, but you gonna look crazy. Like I be knowing niggas that go straight to the point. They be like, yeah, so what you drinking? Because I'm about to drink that. We about to leave. And I be like, I'm the type nigga will stop, but everything.
You didn't even know she drink.
What's even crazy is when niggas say shit like that and it actually work. And you be like,
nah, it work a lot though.
It'll work on some women. It literally, anything that we're saying right now, we can't generalize because everybody's so
into that shit.
You just everybody is so different. So it do work for people.
I seen a woman say that they like the raw. She said she liked the raw animal magnetism of a man that. Is just so confident he'd come up to her and say anything.
I had a girl tell me I was too nice before. She was like, you done said all that to say you want to fuck me. I said, well, I'm out and about in my day. I'm like, huh? She said, when you saw me, what's the first thing you thought? Tell me that. Well, I thought you was cute, so I walked my chunky ass over here to say something. What the fuck are you talking about? And she like, nah, you wanted to fuck me, right? Tell me that. Yeah, this is.
She wanted you to feel that way so bad to make her feel like
in this conversation right now, shorty, I don't have nothing else to say to you.
That's weird.
I guess that's why you got DR niggas and you got Vegas niggas. You like niggas that's finna go get straight to the point and pay for some shit, or you want a nigga.
1,000% right. That's 1,000% right.
And you got niggas that want to go out there to Vegas and meet somebody else who out there on the whim, and y'all like you never know how this night gonna end. And
they got niggas that take trips in the States, and they got niggas that take trips to the DR. If your nigga and his homeboys always taking trips to the DR, no, he don't get no pussy. He going to pay for some coochie.
Oh, he paying for it for sure.
Yeah, he out there paying for coochie.
I literally seen, man, nigga showed me video footage of what he did in DR, and I was like, what the fuck? That shit is different. That shit is.
To my homies who go to DR, I don't be judging y'all, but y'all know what I be telling you.
$20
free pussy right here. Hey.
Literally, why you gotta go out the country? To me, that means you a lame. If you, out of all the people in your area, if you felt like you had to travel out the country in order to get that, it's literally something wrong with you. Because like you said, right here in the A, you got different tiers of women. You got the women that obviously, you know, you got to spend that money on. You know that they ain't going for nothing less. But there is women that I know that literally you do not take much to go all the way there with them.
But I ain't gonna lie to you.
If they know what you call them lame though, so if they, but what if they know they, whatever lame means anyway.
Okay.
What if they know they are lame and so hey, I'm gonna go out here. So I know what I'm into. I know what I'm capable of. I know what I'm not capable of, and then I'm gonna go out here.
Would you go to the DRE?
No, it's not my thing. Cause I can't be with it.
But not for the fucking up. I would go out there just so I can have a woman rub on my feet and shut the fuck up. Like, she ain't gonna say nothing but give me a foot rub, you know, over here, the Chinese
And I'm
lady.
saying you don't know anybody here in Atlanta that could do that for you. Anybody local. Anybody.
Rub my feet and shut up?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna have a conversation. I don't want nothing. I don't want you to touch my dick, you infested bitch. But I just want you to rub. Listen, go to Chinese lady.
Men just want a little bit of attention. What you saying? You go out to DR just for a little bit of attention.
No, I don't need it. I get love. I get love and attention right here. I get everything I need at home.
Well, she's skipping a certain type of man too. Some men, they want to go. They don't want any of the attachment that comes with what. So if a man goes out in the pub and to a club, whatever, he meets a woman, right? Mm-hmm. Or even if he meets you on Instagram, whatever, one of the dating sites. He's gonna have to talk to you a little bit, and then he doesn't know, and maybe he's not straightforward anyway. Maybe he doesn't know exactly what you want, and he's not trying to offend you and run you off. They could just go to, they can go to the DR, and they could just kind of bypass all of that. All I want is something I can smash real quick, get my rocks off, and I'm done.
Yeah, and they want to fly back home so nobody know. Niggas don't be doing liking to pay for coochie in the area because they know that people might find out that you out here like that. You can go to DR and fly to any country and live your own separate life.
Prices. These niggas out there paying $20 a woman, and it's like
I know a nigga
badass women.
Got back, bro. You're not getting that $200. He sent a video. He had like 30 bitches in there, and this type nigga
in DR.
Home, yeah, but
and I'm saying you can do that out the country and it be cool and people not where you from. They don't know.
You go to DR, we know a dude who doing it, but you do it in the A. I would definitely.
I told him about this as soon as I seen it. One of my clients showed me a video footage. He had timestamps. He took pictures and video every time everywhere he went. So his plane touchdown at like 8:10. He was at the club by like 9:20. He got back to the hotel 9:45. So he's only at the club for like 25 minutes. Came back, had 6 women in the hotel with him. Every last one of them was butt naked, and 2 of them was swimming in his jacuzzi. And the other 4, they was all. He was fucking them. Like,
I'm just saying you would never know that, right? If he didn't show you that or tell you,
I wouldn't know.
People can go out in different countries and live a completely different life. That's what I'm saying. And they don't have to worry about. Yeah, that is the point.
That's the point. Yeah, that's all
the point. You literally can just be a whole.
You don't have an out of town name.
You can't. Yeah, I do got an out of town name.
Yeah, I must have out of town name.
But I never really.
Y'all different. I ain't got that.
You got to see. You gotta learn to listen. But one thing I don't do when I go out of town, my name is not my name. And
that's only to dudes I never want to see again.
My name ain't my name no more, and my Instagram does not exist. I don't have social media, so bitches be like, "Let me get your Instagram." I don't have that.
As soon as a dude say he ain't got Instagram in this day and time, I be thinking he lying. Unless he's older.
Any woman tell me tell me she ain't got social media, you a fucking liar.
You lying.
You're a liar.
Everybody has something.
I bullshit you not. I tell them that every time I'm even out in the city of Atlanta, bro. I would tell a female quick, I don't have Instagram. They be like, "What's your IG?" I don't got that.
I know.
What's your name? Shawty.
That's okay. All I sometimes be needing is a dude number. I do CIA work. Trust me, I do my Carfax on every dude. He can say, I don't got kids, we'll find
I'm gonna rewind this. Earlier you said, man, what kind of person be looking people up? And then you just literally just said you said it earlier. On my mama, you said it earlier.
What was you talking about?
I can't remember. You said
about rapists. She said, who got time to Google niggas' names every time they talk to them?
I'm talking about sex offenders for sure.
But you said
hold
on. So we're not gonna let you talk your way. You don't see him. You just said.
Let me explain myself because it's apples and oranges. Y'all are not. We're not talking about the same thing.
We didn't know. You said you gotta look the dude up to make sure he's not a rapist.
I'm not talking about somebody I'm interested in. I'm saying as a whole generation and population, people should not be able to. People should not have to look you up. Listen. Exactly. If I'm
when
saying
I edit
as
this,
a general
I'm
public,
gonna put it together so you can see.
But what I'm telling you now is, as a general public, people shouldn't have to just look you up to find out if you are a sexual offender. There should be something publicly people should be able to see without doing research to know, okay, he has this. I'm talking about.
But you already looking these niggas up anyway, so you can find all that out.
If they don't, I'm talking about men that I have exchanged numbers with or
I know that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about.
If we exchange numbers, I don't gotta look at you as a sexual offender. It's two different things. We're on two different ties. You're trying to tie together, but you don't know what
it is. It's definitely the same.
The first thing you're talking about general population of people, not dating wise. Like your grandma.
You said you're gonna look them up, right?
If I'm dating them,
yeah. And you would hope if he was a sex offender. Oh, okay.
I'm talking about people that I don't. Literally, the only reason why I would have to look you up as a man is if you have.
I'm not talking to you if you ain't got no social media. Stop lying to me. Exactly. You already a liar in my mind.
If somebody say they don't have social media, that's the only reason why I would look them up. If you have an Instagram or Facebook, I have no reason to be doing.
I'm not saying it's not true. In my mind, you're lying to me, and there's nothing you can tell me.
I'll be lying when I said to people.
You ain't got Instagram. You ain't got Facebook. You ain't got a Snapchat. You ain't got nothing.
Most girls got like
if a dude tell me he don't have all that, I'd be like, okay, cool, have a good night, love. Like, what you need my number for?
Damn, because I don't like Instagram.
No, because you're lying.
And why you got an iPhone? You could have got a track phone and you got shit on it.
Thank you. Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. That's what I'm saying.
No, like, I'm telling women I don't have Instagram. No, women are weird. Like we always say, niggas is weird. Women are really, really weird. Like
people
women
are weird.
Women, like women to do shit that blows me. Like, shorty, if I just gave you my number like Tuesday and Friday comes and you text in or call me and I don't respond, don't go look and see I post on Instagram and then text me again like I know you on your phone.
That's weird. Because you have no obligation to my time. This is literally a get to know each other phase. I shouldn't be clocking you on when you respond back to me.
I don't care. I obviously wasn't entertained. I wasn't even stimulated by our conversation. So here we are Friday. I'm back out and about minding my business. Or I'm busy. I'm a very busy individual. I don't sit still. So sorry, I might not respond because I don't have time to give you 30 minutes of my day. Because this might be a good conversation. I don't want to waste your time.
I'm going to let y'all know, man. People make time for who they want. And if they're not making time for you, it's not because they're so busy. People, they will text you. They will call you.
All the way true.
I ain't saying you're going to sit down. I ain't never say how much time they're going to allocate to you. I ain't saying they're going to sit there on the phone with you for 8 hours, 2 hours. I'm saying if a person likes you, they will find 2 minutes throughout their day to say, hey, hope you having a good day. How you doing? Something like that. They can check in.
I think if they like you, yes.
If they like you, that's gonna happen naturally.
Then what? Like I'm saying, like when a dude say he likes me, I always like playing devil's advocate because I'm like, if you don't know nothing about me, what do you like about me other than how you think I look? Tell me what you like about me, because you don't know my last name. You don't even know where I'm from yet. You don't know nothing. So when a dude be hitting me up like I like you, shorty. No, you think I'm attractive, and that is okay. But I would rather a man say I think you're attractive.
Have y'all had a conversation yet? Like have y'all talked?
I think that's part of the reason too. Why I wouldn't. Remember we was talking earlier about like trying to sell yourself to somebody. Mm-hmm. Like, oh yeah, I'm a good dude. You should go out with me. I feel like women got like 30 niggas at any given time in their inbox. So it's like, why would you know what I'm saying? Going all the way if y'all link and y'all like naturally click, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna go wherever it's gonna go.
Right.
So I'm not finna waste my time trying to sell you this goddamn Ferrari. You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't want no man to sell me because it ain't nothing you can say that's gonna make me speed up how much I like you. If I'm just not meeting you, you are at the bottom of my priority list. And that's really what it is. And the more I get to know you, the more you rise up on that priority list to where I do make a substantial amount of time for you. But to me, you start off at 0. Yeah, you fine as hell. And that's cool that we exchange numbers. But do not expect at all for us to be talking every day. Honestly, after that first date or couple of dates, for me, is when you start to see a consistent amount of communication from me. Until we have had a moment where we can talk to each other, we can see the body language, we've had really good conversations. You got to catch me when you can. And I hate to be that type of woman, but it's like, I don't care for you yet if I don't know what to care for. I don't even know you yet to care enough for you to make time for you. Let us get to know each other more, and you're going to start seeing my schedule open up. Like, damn, it's because I know you. I can vouch for you. I get it. You fit until we fit, we fit each other. We can make time. But to me, I can't stand when dudes stop texting me, like, you don't respond back like that. Have we had a date at all? So if you want, go ahead, bye, leave. Like,
I'm not even doing all this. I'm not taking. If you ain't
go on these dating apps, niggas are having their bio. If you don't text back, don't even worry about liking me. You can do it. Like, bruh, y'all niggas be lame that have to do all that.
You saying it from your perspective. You gotta. I'm getting what she's saying. I know niggas that tell me shit like that.
I'm just gonna delete the contact. No, I'm not gonna ask you why you not texting me
back. Okay, listen.
Why? Who are you?
Why?
It's more common than what you think.
Why?
No, I'm not saying not having. I'm saying me.
Why are you deleting the contact though?
I'm saying like, so if I'm saying,
right, what if she wanted to hit you up, or what if y'all want to talk?
So if I'm putting myself in those dudes' shoes, I'm saying if I was texting you, you didn't get back to me. It's like, let's say, like in your situation where you said you text the chick on that Tuesday, if she texted you, you wasn't feeling it, then she hit you up Friday.
I didn't say I wasn't feeling it. I just wasn't trying. I'm not trying to be in that conversation.
But I'm saying if I was the last one, if I text you on Tuesday, you never responded, or you just like my text message, I'm not hitting you up again. It's a wrap. I'm done. Like, bro, 3 days went by, on to the next.
For me, I'm cool if I was out dating, bro. I'm cool with a busy shorty, because you know why? Because bitches, I don't lost relationships because I'm busy. So if bitch tell me she busy, I'd be like, oh, cool. Man. I ain't even tripping, because try to do whatever you got to do. It's not even like a joke. Do whatever you got to do.
I can only speak for me.
Whenever know we get to kicking it,
if I'm in love like that, if I like somebody like that, it's just gonna naturally be where I want to talk to you.
But you're not gonna like them off the rip, but meeting them, I can't say I really like a shorty.
But we ain't gonna never get there if we ain't never if we ain't talking like on some type of consistent basis.
I just hate niggas that feel like they gotta rush to
I just send a text message. I'm gonna invite you. I'll send a blank invite to a shorty, like, blank invite. I'm gonna be here today. Either she gonna say, yeah, I can do that, or no, I can't make that. I'm not tripping. If I fuck with you, we're cool, our vibes collide, we'll talk again. If not, that don't mean I gotta delete your contact. We might be able to do business together. Money can be made together. Anything can be made. Why you want to just cut a whole entire person off?
I just hate dudes that I feel like rushed.
Business partners.
But it's I don't never know what you do.
Hey, we cool. We can if I find out you do real estate later on, I'm trying to get into that shit. I can reach out. I can find your number.
But you cut her off. You start talking to her. So now when you DM her now, she gonna be like, nah, you the same nigga that cut me off a couple years ago.
To me, don't rush me if you want me. That's just it. Don't rush me if you want me. Because what you rushing me like you know you about to die next week.
What if you
like nigga, we're on our own time. Like
you talk to
what's rushing though?
Rushing meaning because some dudes are cool. Some dudes are cool with texting and they can text you back, right? Back to back type of thing. Mm-hmm. I will make it known at first that's not what I'm like. So if that's gonna turn you off for that first week or first few days for us to not be texting every single day, I already let it be known. Now, if you're okay with, all right, I met her on Tuesday, but I might not be able to see Janiyah until Sunday because da-da-da. If that time in between is going to upset you or you feel like, dang, we ain't even did, then I ain't the one for you.
Y'all look
at me. What the fuck?
Hey, screenshot that, send me that shit. That's crazy.
That's scary.
Hey. Nah,
oh
but like, so meeting somebody on a Tuesday, goddamn, I don't have to see you. Like, we'll get to the first date when we get to it.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying.
I'm not finna meet you on Tuesday. I text you Wednesday. You text me back Sunday.
That's different.
I text you back Sunday, and then you text me back Wednesday. I'm not going through that shit. After I see like, okay, I feel you. You super busy. I'm super busy too. But I feel like you could find if this is something that you really want to pursue, you'll find 5 minutes for me. And then because I could text somebody like this, hey, how you doing? I'm doing good. What you up to? I'm doing yada yada yada. What you up to? I'm doing yada yada yada. Okay, cool. I'll talk to you later. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't gotta be a all day type event. This shit ain't a fucking.
I'm just saying, I personally know dudes like that wanna talk to you as much as you can. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, I get that, but you won't get that out of me until I've developed some type of like I don't like you till I've,
I don't want that no
you
shit.
being
But
fine
how
ain't
will you
enough.
ever get there though?
Here goes a pet peeve of Ray's though.
After I've been around you physically, that tech shit don't mean nothing to me.
Oh, so we be back
Because you can be a whole. No, not just the apps. I'm saying even if it's on whatever.
Because if you hadn't been around them physically, like, are you saying like?
I'm saying I don't have a connection to you until we physically. Like you can hit me up on social media, dating app or whatever, but I can't say that I like you or even care about keeping up a conversation with you until we have sat down with each other. And I'm gonna be honest, some dudes be like, look, I met you on Tuesday, I have a date planned on Thursday, da 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 da. I like a dude within the first 72 hours to have something planned. Don't be what you doing me and trying to talk for a whole week and we ain't even talked about a date. Like, I don't need a pen pal. If you're going to, and then we've both expressed some type of interest to where we've exchanged numbers, go ahead and have something planned within the first like 3 days for me. Like, it don't even got to be nothing big, but I don't like a whole week or 2 weeks of, hey, what you doing? How are you doing?
Question. So we got a great question we can go to here. So what's that first date be looking like with them folks? Because there's been a trending thing. It's a trending thing.
I'm a woman that come from humble beginnings. I don't care about. You don't even have to eat the first day.
So Cheesecake Factory is a go.
No,
absolutely. I still tear that plate up to right now to this day.
Hershey cheesecake.
Am I a Denny's type bitch? No. But that's levels.
I just went to.
Not a Denny's.
We said we ain't fucking with Applebee's.
Yeah, some of them on that list y'all know was ass, but some of them was like, come on now, y'all.
That was disrespectful to the Cheesecake Factory.
Cheesecake Factory not be on your list is crazy because they got $1 margarita right now. I want that bitch drink that juice. After like
and you're gonna be sick.
I drank 13 juices. I'm fucked up.
Who?
Applebee's had the $1 shots.
I'm not fucking with Applebee's.
Bro, I went there. I
can't do it.
I would say this: if I like you,
I got drunk off of rum alcohol.
If I like you and you like, all right, we ain't gonna go to Applebee's to eat, shorty, but like, let's go ahead and get lit a little bit. Then we got another something.
But we ain't going nowhere.
Maybe, and I'm saying maybe. You gotta have already like, damn, I done been around him. He cool as hell. That'll be the only time I'll make an excuse of getting drinks at Applebee's. But am I gonna be sitting there like?
It ain't so. The conversation we had about this before you were here was basically. Let me finish the thought because when I edit this, you're cutting me.
What was the question?
I want to know. I went on somebody else's podcast and they just did it. Is the Cheesecake Factory and Sugar Factory that big of a difference?
The Sugar Factory. Talking about what's in Miami and what's that?
They got it here.
That's here.
Oh,
that's why I was
saying
Vegas.
I'm gonna be honest. I've never been to Sugar Factory, so I don't.
I want another podcast, and they said the Cheesecake Factory and the Sugar Factory they're the same
taking shots.
Is there a difference between those two?
She ain't never been.
I ain't never been, so I can't tell you what's the difference between Sugar Factory and Cheesecake Factory.
So my whole thing on that list was on that list of people, places you shouldn't take a woman on the first date was. Right. Do you not want to go here because, like, so I'm cool if you don't want to go here because you genuinely just don't like the food there, right. You don't like the drinks, you don't like nothing about the place. That's cool because why would I want to take you somewhere that you're not going to, yeah. Sure. But if you don't want to go there because of the
what you
prestige,
think Instagram,
like it's not
sure.
Because of what other people think of that place and you don't let that dictate your life, then you're not the woman for me.
I'm going to tell you what. Men, if you really tapped into yourself, you can tell the difference of that woman before they even date. You already know. Like, I feel like dudes be so infatuated about how a woman look, damn, she bad, and then they find out that there are some errors and problems later, and it's like, damn. But if you really was not just led by how she was looking, you would have known what type of woman you was dealing with. You already know the Applebee's type or the woman that's, she humble. I can tell she ain't even gonna be pressed on where we go compared to the woman that wants you to take her to Nobu the first date. Like,
but I'm be real though. That woman is, you know? Women are more judgmental than men, and what I'm saying is women will judge a book by its cover like way quicker than a man will. So a man, we do it in different ways actually. Men to see a woman and be like she fine, and then they just want to be around you. They want to go out with you, see what's to you or whatever. Mm-hmm. A woman will do the same thing. They'll think you look good and want to be around you, but at the same time they'll look at you and be like, "But hold up, what this nigga work at? What kind of car he driving?" Like that shit matters to a lot of women more than it matters to men.
Absolutely.
Men will look at you.
And it should. I'm gonna tell you why.
But I'm saying, but like a lot of men will look at a woman and be like, I just want to see. I'm not gonna. We don't assume that we know what type of woman you are just because we think you fine. We don't know if you a hoe. We don't know if you are like hard
serial
to get.
Killer.
We don't know none of that shit. We gonna get to know you and figure that out next. Women, a lot of women, I've heard this so many times where a woman be like, oh yeah, I could tell he like blah 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 blah, and I'm like, oh, so y'all talked for X amount of time? I'm like, oh no, I just met him here and I could tell he was this type of person. You got all of that from a 5-minute encounter? Like that's wild.
That's why God bless women.
I know, I try not to judge people like that.
With something called an intuition. Yes, women
can't have that.
Women recognize and feel things way more than men, absolutely. But I'm gonna tell you why. I'm not gonna say I don't think it's important for nobody to judge each other. I feel like that's you shouldn't judge nobody, but I will say as a woman, yes, it is more important for us to look at how a man is living, what he's coming with. Because at the end of the day, if we ever were more than friends, boyfriend, wife, whatever, as the man, I got to see how you live. And that's going to decide of how we're going to be as a couple. That's going to decide how that discipline is going to be, how that relationship is going to be. So it's no reason I can get why a man is like, I ain't going to judge her from if she don't make 40,000 or 60,000 a year. It don't matter to y'all because that's not going to. What does that do for y'all anyway? Like, that's not going to make a break. But for us, it does make a break how a man is living. Sometimes you do got to be like, look at how he's living. Not saying that he should have a bunch of money. Some men cannot have a lot of money, but have the passion, the drive, and the plan, and they eventually will get that bread. A strong woman will recognize that man and be like, damn, he might not have everything that I want now, but man, he's so driven, he's so disciplined, I know. But some women be like, shit, if you ain't got that now, I don't want to. And that's the difference between who you talking to. Everyone,
that's why. Like that. That's why. It was a video came out like that said, do men love more authentically than women do? And that's like, of course, without a question, like, because men don't give a fuck what you're bringing to the table. If we like you, we fucking like you. Women will already have. So
we care about what you bring to the table.
Yeah, authentically, authentic is another word for that is genuine. So genuine means like you ain't got no inhibitions on that shit. You're not putting no extras on that motherfucker. Yeah. It's like what you naturally feel. If you can cut off what you naturally feel because you think like, oh man, I really like this dude. Like this might be my soulmate, but this nigga working Captain D's. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whereas it does make sense. It does make your interaction less genuine because you're like, you already put these clauses on what the type of man that you want to be in love with looks like. Now you've already found a man that you're in love with, but you're like, oh, I can't give this nigga a chance because he's not.
Chris Rock had like a whole part of his stand up where he said men will never be loved genuinely, only dogs, women, and kids. It's true though because women look for
certain women for sure.
A lot of women will look. There are women out here who will, if a man is down, she'll help build him up until he becomes great. Which shout out to those women because those women are who empower these multi-millionaire billionaires we see today. But there are a lot of women who are out here looking for somebody to replace their daddy. Like, you gonna take care of me, pay my bills,
and
pay my car note, pay my car insurance.
And those relationships don't even be working though. Like, so a lot of times those relationships don't work because the nigga don't value you. You wasn't here with me. You weren't with me shooting in the gym. So like, why would I even give a fuck about this relationship like that? I know you wouldn't be here if I didn't have this shit.
If you're not helping me build, shawty, I don't care. Like if I can't.
Every rich dude I know told me. Every rich dude I know, and I know a shitload on. You know that. Every last one told me. Man, if the woman wasn't there with me when I made this shit, like, honestly, I could always like them, but genuinely, like, loving them and wanting them to, like, I'm going to lose myself if I lose them. Like, I'm never going to be that deep in love with somebody that came after this shit. To me, that don't make sense, because if you would rather, okay, I got this amount of money, I ain't going to date a woman after that, because you might as well go and date an old woman then that knew you before you didn't have that. What do you mean? We actually talked about this. So, but that might not be smart to do either. You know at least she genuinely like you at one. And she can genuinely. Why she wasn't with you then still to this day? Why you? Well, maybe you fucked up. Maybe you left her. I feel like this, and I seen somebody explain on a different podcast, and I think he explained it perfectly. When it comes to dating and when a man and a woman meet each other, a man, no matter how fine you are, you start off with 0 with them. And the more he likes you, the more you raise up in that rank. As a woman, we start a man off high, like, because our expectations is high. And the more you do stuff, in the relationship, we start doubling down and taking points off. But we should have started from 0.
But you said you started.
I do. Yeah. But I'm saying as women, he was making a general term as far as like in dating, men usually start off genuine and then they get to love you more. You made my point too though. Like when I was saying like if a woman really likes you though, she's gonna go out of her way. She's gonna entertain you. She's gonna make sure that she's texting you. If she likes you, it's no question.
You always know when a woman that you like. So when so let's get past I done got your number part, all this type of shit. Like when you got a chick's number or whatever,
past the first date, y'all done been dating or no?
Yeah, like let's say y'all just text, like you
Okay,
just got a number.
right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just got a number. You're always gonna know, like let's say after the first couple days, right? Y'all been texting, like after day one of texting, right? You're gonna know if that woman like you or not, cause like a woman who genuinely likes you,
Maybe we should.
She can't
It's
help.
the like word.
Huh?
We gotta dive into the like word.
Like
Meaning she interested in you.
Yeah, she likes.
She's interested in you.
She likes the things about you that she knows, and she very interested in seeing what's next, learning more about you, being around you again. She's ready to get to a date or the next date.
Okay.
You can tell off top, like that energy that a woman that like you gives you is unmatched. Like they gon' when you text them, they text it back right away, like soon as they can, at their earliest convenience. And shit, this is one thing I noticed too. If a woman really like you and she doesn't text you right back, she gonna hit you with a reason. Like, oh, my bad, I'm sorry. I've been flushed all day. Like, I was on 3 conference calls today.
I look forward to that with men too.
Yeah. Every woman who's ever liked me like that, she didn't hit me with a reason.
I ain't gonna lie to you, and I get reasons, bro. So it's just me.
Some niggas be thinking you lying anyway.
Please don't judge me. Please don't judge me, bro. Cause I'm a person who's busy. So when I text you back, I'm gonna tell you a reason, but I probably won't give you too much detail. I'd be like, y'all was busy, my bad. If a girl give me like real too much detail, so
she lying.
So you give me too much detail.
That's why I don't even tell if I fell asleep or something
Just
like that. I'm not about to tell you I fell asleep because niggas already think woman that fell asleep be cheating.
So one dude say he don't believe it. One dude say, I know. I take that.
Do you take detail? I'm a big person.
And she like, that's why I don't do it.
Why
like,
you give me
don't
so
think like that?
Why you give so much detail? Like a girl, like, oh yeah,
I
had to walk my dog.
First of all,
I had to walk my dog.
First of all, if you're texting, it actually fills out the text itself. It real life should never be hard to write. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was at work and I got pulled away.
Why are you giving me so much detail, like shawty? Like,
what is so much detail, bro? If she told you she had to stay after work 45 minutes because she didn't get her relief.
Girl, I had to stop by her crib and pick up someone.
Back on that, and then like,
okay,
if I'm reading this,
now I'm home.
I'm like,
if a woman going out her way to tell you all that shit, she's doing it for a reason.
Right, I was going to say she wants you to believe that she was not fucking around on you.
Like,
she like you. She doing all that.
Yeah,
got stuck on 85. Your dog
died. Like you be the reason why I don't even be going into debt because I don't be wanting to think like.
I know liars though. Liars are great at details. So me being around people who lie, I know. I got female friends like that. I got female friends lie.
What if she's really honest? That's the reason why she.
My homegirl be dragging me in the shit. I didn't have nothing to do with it. She be like, "Hey, I need you to. If this nigga asks you, because he know you, tell him that we went. Bitch, why you dragging me into this sorry ass lie?" But the lie be so eloquent. I be like, "Damn, did I do that with you? Did it? Were we? Damn."
Well,
I don't like that. Just tell me you was busy. Give me a synopsis of your day. Give me a quick one. Like, I got really busy at work. Hey, yo, I'm cool with that. All right. Was it hard? I might ask you a question about your busy day at work.
But listen.
Now you can give me the detail. But if you come to me immediately with all this detail, so I need to ask you all
what
that.
If she worked 8 to 5 and she hit you up at 9 o'clock at night? I was busy at work. You're gonna be like, you weren't working all day. So what else was you doing? That's the reason why certain women be like, let me know. Let me tell you everything. I know my man.
I'm a guy that appreciates context. So like anytime you can fill in the blanks for me,
exactly.
Like I'm like.
So sometimes it might be extra.
Let me ask. I'm gonna ask the proper question.
No, I'm not asking that shit. But
no, because then it's gonna be possessive. Yeah, was like, well, you got off work at 5. So what about the 4 hours that you?
Now I'm gonna be thinking in the back of my head
I'm never gonna text you and be like, what were you doing from 5 to 9?
That's what
the type nigga gonna be.
So like, she is so proactive that she's not even waiting on you to ask that question.
She's gonna tell you
She's gonna tell you so your mind doesn't wander.
But you gonna still think she lying because she's telling you too much.
No,
she can't win with you, nigga.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
I don't know, bro. I feel like when you over talk, you're just lying to me. I don't know.
Why are you talking to somebody that you perceive to be like this big ass liar?
Right.
No, it's not the
if I think I can't get no truth out of a woman, I am not talking to her for real. Like real talk. Like that shit is over.
And you don't know if she lying or not. You really just
never assuming. I'm perceiving a lie.
Well, man, I'm born with something called intuition. Like
I'm just.
I'm just thinking of you. You said
me, a woman.
Get straight to the point, bro. Whatever it is, if you had a busy day today, Y'all was really busy. I got caught up at work. I had to stay a little late.
Hey man, we got some topics we gotta get to.
I know we've been talking about.
Hey,
okay,
Shaka Zulu, Ludacris's manager, was finally, finally acquitted. I was gonna say, but no, his murder charges was finally dropped. This man, this was like what, a year ago? A year and a half ago, probably. This man was on camera, clearly defending his own life. You know what I'm saying? After he was attacked outside of a club. Mm-hmm. And the police made him just go through the most to clear his name. It's like, y'all got the whole situation on camera. Why are y'all charging this man with murder? And you notice, I got a family member who went through something similar, like very similar. My family member didn't do a day in jail. The police questioned my family member. And and the police said, you know what? We know you're telling the truth because we saw the whole thing on camera. We just wanted to see if you was gonna keep it 100 with us. And my family member never had no problems from that. But just because you got a name out here, you're celebrity
you're under
status.
A microscope, for sure.
You're under a microscope, and they tried to really squeeze
that situation has to be taken differently because the person who was killed, their family's gonna be all over the police about you didn't do your job, Because you have to think about the other view. If your family member was killed in that situation, you're gonna say, oh, it was murder. So for them, I'm not on the side of the police. You know, I only really fuck with 12. But we got to make sure we have all our ducks in a row here because if we don't, we're going to have the other side coming to us saying, y'all only let him go because who he is. Yeah, so
right. The video footage was out like 5 minutes after that.
Everything all the time. Like nothing in the world is not done on video no more.
I was about to say sometimes that's still not enough.
That shit, like we need. They got to get context. Was there prior line beef? They have to prove a lot because you are a celebrity. And they can say you paid us off to let you walk. We don't need the people sitting out here rioting again because we let you quote unquote walk.
Not only that,
he went in
every
jail.
Police is different state by state. So what your cousin might have experienced was because of whatever that policing was in that state that was able to do that. I'm telling you, the police when you come to South Carolina, so different than how it is here anywhere else. You still have racists, still have prejudiced cops that will make it hard for a black man. So I feel like in that situation, maybe it was just a specific state or system that he was in that was trying him to where it was giving him a hard time. It might not have been the same if he was tried in a different state or a different area. Well, I don't know.
This was on camera, like the entire situation. On top of it, his gun was registered. And I think Georgia is now like you don't even have to have a
permit.
That got passed after his shooting.
Yeah, okay. So, but his was actually he had a license for his. It was the whole thing was on. Can I do my little rant?
Ran it up. Ran it up.
You didn't shootings no more. I told you we had this conversation last show. When the police show up, your gun still in your hand, you say you shot somebody, and your ass is a whole nother charge.
I can't never get my rant off. This nigga.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna shut up.
Go ahead.
What I was saying was, I don't even remember, because you cut me off.
You said he was registered, he had his guns and everything. So what? You was giving a reason to why something.
I'm saying his gun was registered. It was all on camera. And Georgia is a stand your ground law state. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like he had everything going in his direction. So it's like, yo, y'all really just y'all drug this shit out way longer.
Made it, and I think it does attribute to him being well known. I feel like, yes, it's good to be famous and popular, but do know that the higher that you are as far as people knowing you and your popularity, the harder it is going to be. Like
that's my whole point. That's not cool.
Like it's not cool.
That's my
I'm not
point.
Excusing that. It's not cool, but you are under a microscope.
Yeah.
And they're gonna dissect you.
Shot? Did he tell a nigga whole like there's a lot more to go into shooting?
You gotta shoot. Oh, you gotta shoot.
You don't have to fire. You listen. If somebody break into your home, I told you last time we had this conversation. If somebody break into your home and you want to guarantee you prove yourself in a self-defense case, after you finish shooting, fire a shot into the air to the ceiling. They can't prove what shot came first. If you shoot somebody, I'm telling you, you know what I do. I'm not going through this every day episode. If I'm at work right now, and a nigga starts saying I'm going to my car to shoot you, right? I'm arguing. We just had a fight. I can't just shoot this nigga because he reached in his car. I'm not the police. So
why do you shoot through the ceiling? You trying to say that it was the other person?
No, you say you fired a warning shot.
Okay.
It's a trick that for us
my concealed carry.
Doing security.
Me too.
And I'm a concealed carrier, and I took a class, and what I was taught from my instructor is there is no warning shot that has to be shot if there's an intruder. If somebody is trespassing on you. Now, if we in public at a Walmart, that's different. In the comfort of your own home where you lay your head and somebody is crossing and trespassing, you do not have to fire a warning shot.
I'm turning a nigga in a chunky suit.
I'm not saying you have to. I've never said you have to tell somebody I have a gun. You don't have to do any of the above.
They're gonna fuck around and charge you for that warning shot. They're gonna say it's negligence.
I'm gonna tell you.
And you could have killed somebody else.
In my crib,
I'm
never gonna fire a warning shot until the end. I didn't say fire at the beginning. I said after you have.
Who you warning?
I ain't doing that.
After you shoot it at the end, who you warning?
Everybody doing no warning shot.
Y'all listening? Yeah. Y'all just like you say I will listen to you. Are you gonna, when you finish shooting, you fire a shot in the air? Because now when the police show up, you say I fired a warning shot. He didn't adhere. I put him down. It takes away. But I sit with a lawyer all the time. I done had you, my boy. You done seen me say, man, I had to go sit down again, bro. I'm in the shootout at work because I probably didn't fire correct protocol. Because me, when we get to have anything happen while I'm in the line of work, bro, I'm going home, bro. I get to letting them bitches go, and I fuck around and forget. Damn, I did 3 shots and then stopped between. Yeah. Like there's little shit you got to do. You about killing somebody, bro. That's somebody's life you just took, and there are laws. We get these guns. We go to the class with the people who give you the gun. They're like, oh, this is all you have to do. They don't go into the deep sale part until you sit down with a lawyer. Our lawyers be sitting on us all the time, giving us information like.
I think it depends on where it's happening. You talking about at a club? If something happens,
it could be at a club. It could be at your house. It could be in traffic. You can stand your ground anywhere. Why white men always do it? It's just the verbiage you use when the police show up. Then you put your the police show up. You got your foot.
I ain't doing a warning shot if you trespassing, but out in public,
I'm not.
And you ain't trespassing nothing.
I'm gonna shoot you. Somebody break through that door right now.
Well, she's saying she's not doing it either way.
At the end, I'm gonna throw one in the air. I'm gonna throw one in the air.
But I agree that if you were in public, say we at a park, and you obviously see there's other families, kids, whatever, I understand the warning shot thing because you don't want it immediately, and they're not trespassing nothing. So, in your home, though,
so I'm from.
It's no question.
So I'm from Memphis, and we had this big problem on 4th of July. People shoot. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they do that in all the cities. It's really bad in Memphis though. Like where every 4th of July, New Year's, everybody is outside shooting guns into the air. One of the bullets came down one day and hit somebody. They said the bullet actually comes down faster than it goes up, whatever, and it killed somebody. I would be uncomfortable shooting a warning shot that could come down and possibly kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm just personally not shooting a warning shot.
I don't know if they still do your police. The first bullet in their gun usually be a blank. So I'm not saying, because I think y'all are getting what I'm telling you wrong. What the lawyer be telling people is the finesse. After you have apprehended, shot, put down the person who's intruding, if you put that in the air, or you just let one go into the wall behind you, like nobody's behind you right here. You just put that, you said, man, I told him I had a gun, I was going to shoot. It makes your case to the police look so much smoother. Like, oh, he tried to, and then the person still, so he had to. When you just put somebody down immediately, now you have to prove they're no longer here to tell their story. So now it's your word versus nobody's word, which is kind of.
But usually, if it's a robbery type of situation, it's not too many. That's what I said. It depends on where you're at for real, because it's not too many questions that the law needs to ask you. If there is video evidence of somebody breaking into your home, they're not caring about if you shot a warning shot. You have the legal right for blunt force trauma. Like, you don't have to do that.
T Grizzly just proved to you that an armed robbery can be beat. T Grizzly just beat you. An armed robbery could be reduced in time sentence because he said my sledgehammer wasn't a weapon. I came here to break some shit. Verbiage can play a huge, like, you never know who you're going up against. So for me, I can't speak for nobody else in the world, but for me, if somebody breaking my house, post me putting your ass in the dirt, I'm gonna put one in the wall. All
right, we gotta get to some more of these topics. So we got quite a few we ain't got to yet. Y'all familiar with the rapper Honeycomb Brazy?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he's an Alabama rapper who, so basically for people who don't know, y'all familiar, I know y'all both familiar with Finesse 2 Times.
Yes.
So Finesse 2 Times went to jail. He was Honeycomb Brazy's favorite rapper. So while Finesse 2 Times was locked up, he would get advice from Honeycomb Brazy would get advice from Finesse 2 Times on, like, stuff he should do in his career. And he was putting money on Finesse 2 Times books, right? So he asked him, like, hey, should I try to get signed to Moneybagg Yo's label? Mind you, at the time, Finesse 2 Times and Moneybagg Yo, they grew up together and they had fell out. They was going to war, basically. So when he asked Finesse 2 Times, like, yo, should he sign to Moneybagg Yo, he was like, nah, don't do that. He a sucker. He this, that, and the third. Don't fuck with that nigga. All of a sudden, Finesse 2 Times get out of jail. soon as he gets out of jail, Honeycomb Brazy goes to jail. So they just miss each other, right?
Right.
When Finesse 2 Times gets out of jail, he signs to Moneybagg Yo. Like shortly after, he signed to Mob Ties, and then he signed to Moneybagg Yo after he was asked in the interview what is something that he wish he could go back and undo, and what relationship he wish he can make right. He was like, he said, while I was in jail, I had time to think, and that stuff that went down with me and Moneybagg Yo was all my fault. So boom, they patch it up. He signs to him. Honeycomb Brazy is in jail. Like, what the fuck? I could have signed to this nigga.
And
I could have been.
What the fuck moment?
Yeah, he was like, yo, I would have been with CMG or with what's Bread Gang? Right. I think that's the name of Moneybags. But he would have been up under that label, right? Up under that umbrella, the CMG label umbrella. So this is why you don't get involved in
other people's stuff.
Yeah, when
exactly what I was about to say.
When family is feuding, and what I'm saying, family in this case is Moneybagg Yo and Finesse grew up together.
Right. You
don't come in between it and try to ask, like, and you don't take sides and shit like that. If you and your sister are arguing, like let's say you had a sister, I wouldn't come in and try to dish your sister while I'm talking to you or whatever, or vice versa, because y'all still sisters at the end of the day.
Right.
If me and you are no longer cool or whatever is going on, like y'all gonna still be cool or whatever. Like or so let's say I'm real tight with you or whatever, and I say something about your sister. Now y'all get back close. She done heard what I had to say about her. Now I'm the one that's the odd man out when we all around each other. Now it's awkward as hell. That's what he put himself in. So now he's all mad. He gets out of jail. He's dissing Finesse 2 Times from jail, threatening to kill him, talking about he want to do X, Y, Z to him. He talking about this man every day on Instagram. Nigga, you sound like a scorned lover. Like,
I will say this. It was stupid for Honeycomb Brazy to even ask Finesse 2 Times, should I? Is this nigga your daddy? Is he your legal consultant? Is he your entertainment lawyer? Why are you asking another grown man? See, what it is, these men, they idolize other people in the industry. They idolize them. And that's how it is in the streets. And that's how it is with these gang stuff, too. A lot of these people don't even really know each other personally. But my homie was beefing with you, and the clique beefing with you. So now, but it's like, that's a stupid way to go about life. Because Honeycomb Brazy could have had a song charting by now, who knows? Could have had his bread up, but you let advice from somebody else who really ain't got nothing to do with nothing dictate what decision you were going to make. Now you're mad that he made a decision that was best for him. Yep. You should have made a decision best for you. Exactly. You didn't make a decision based on you. You made a decision based on what another nigga told you to do. Now you're butthurt that same man made a decision that worked for him. And now you heard about it. So shame on Honeycomb Brazy. So what? Nana boo boo suck your mama titty, nigga. For real. Like, that's lame.
I got a question. I don't know who Honeycomb Brazy. That's
Rapper.
A crazy ass name anyway.
Yeah, that's why.
That's like cereal.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm fucked up here. But where there's loyalty kind of line, I'm gonna be devil's advocate, opposite side, because y'all both have said he didn't have to ask this nigga for no permission. Which, I don't believe in asking another nigga for permission. Like, but as niggas, sometimes a nigga might hit another nigga like, yo, bro, Shorty, like, Shorty, she a hoe. Like, you might go get somebody else to vouch for somebody because you don't know them. So how I'm hearing it sounds like he was trying to get Finesse to vouch for if Moneybagg was good folk. And at the time, Finesse probably felt like Moneybagg was not good folk. They rekindled their relationship later on. But at the time, you're asking advice from, quote unquote, who you foresee as your big homie. So loyalty says, oh, well, I fuck with you. You're the one who really helped me right now, and you don't fuck with him. In theory, how I was raised, like if I want my cousin, if my cousin don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. Now I'm gonna ask my cousin why we don't fuck with you though. Like, why we don't fuck with him again?
Right.
Oh,
and if it's stupid, you still gonna ride for it.
I'm like,
that's where your grown man need to tap in.
I'm gonna say, hey, cuz, I can't beef with this nigga because he fucked your bitch. That don't got nothing to do with it.
See, we gotta stop going by gang policies though, bro. Like,
thank you. Like, this loyalty code shit. That's not real adult shit that you need to live by.
That's not. But I'm saying, as a grown man though, it may not be the smartest move to actually live your life like that. You ever hear somebody say, "Man, that's my dog. I'm gonna ride with him, right or wrong." As an adult, that's a crazy stance to take.
You can. Like, that only works in the street. Yeah. That's a street code that we have normalized in our culture. But that's not realistic.
If you working at Walmart, why are you living by street code? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you selling dope, then okay, it makes sense. If you in the game,
but you live a regular life and loyalty, like, bro.
Between situations, bro. Business is business. I say you got to separate things. Business is business. and your regular everyday life is your regular everyday life. You're talking about working at Walmart. At Walmart, there's no code. We don't have no code while we work. If you stealing and you my friend, you was stealing. I wasn't stealing.
Right.
But if I'm out, like I just said, we go to the gym. Me and you go. We take our talents to Alpharetta LA Fitness, and we get in there, and a nigga get the bucking on me, and I'm in a situation where I'm about to be into a situation with multiple niggas.
Right.
I could have been wrong. I went up for a call. I fouled somebody too hard. Whatever it might be. You gonna let me just get jumped?
No, that's a different situation.
That was an origin. That's what I'm saying. Like that ain't the same.
So hold on. Let me address what you just said. So no, I'm not gonna let you as my friend get your ass beat and jump by somebody where they can cause irreparable harm to you. Just to stand on principle, like I'm gonna tell you was wrong after that shit, but I'm not gonna because what they doing, because even if you did something wrong, let's say you cuss one of the niggas out, let's say you call one of them niggas a bitch, right? And then they just started jumping you. Now they doing something wrong too. So when I jump in like to help you out, it's to make sure that you live and that you get through this bullshit. Now, if we're talking about doing business, you know what I'm saying? And so a company is coming like, yo, we fuck with a whole lot of cap. We want to give you $1 million to sign to our label. You take that $1 million and you never sign the paperwork and you run off on them. I'm gonna tell you like, hey, bro, you wrong. Yeah, and you need to get them their bread back because now they're going to take us to court. We're going to be fucked up, you know what I'm saying, for the long haul when we could have got this other deal that's worth $2 million out here. I'm going to tell you to get them folks their money back. I'm not going to ride with you whether you was right or wrong in that situation. You feel me?
So was Finesse back in his career first? Like, what was Finesse him? That's what I'm saying. I don't know the situation.
Finesse was already a name for himself.
Yeah, he actually went to jail while he was doing a sold out show.
Like he had already named for himself. To me, as a grown man, you have a free man that wants to make your career better, that wants to offer you X amount of money, sign you or whatever, and you're getting advice from someone incarcerated. Right. What? So it don't matter.
So you was using him anyway. You wanted to be his friend.
Thank you.
You wanted his
more like for the name type shit.
You inboxing the dudes you don't know like that and you send money on him. You wanted clout. Not when he wound up going to jail. Finesse was in jail first.
And then,
so Finesse was in jail and Honeycomb was out.
Yeah.
Yes,
Honeycomb was reaching out to in jail Finesse, and Finesse said, "Don't fuck with money
bag. Don't sign to him. Don't make this money."
Oh, okay.
So he didn't do it.
I'm about to recut this video because now I thought it was the other way around. I thought the Finesse was out and he was in jail.
No, so Honeycomb made a decision not to mess with money
the nigga that was in jail and didn't fuck with the nigga that was out of jail. So
that was trying to sign them.
It was 2 free niggas and 1 in jail nigga. I don't get
That's what I'm saying. Like loyalty or not, it's the difference between dumb and smart decisions.
That was my example was wrong. Now I'm thinking that me and him both like I thought it was the other way around. That's why I said we went to the gym together. No, if me and Bag out and you in jail. And this is business. It's not only a street shit. This is a business transaction.
But street niggas don't think like that. Street niggas
Honeycomb was in jail and he was trying to decide who was a real stand-up guy.
No. But now Honeycomb Brazy is upset that Finesse 2 times is free and signed to the same nigga that he told him not to even sign to.
Now Honeycomb Brazy is talking about this nigga every day online. Finesse ain't really even responding to the nigga. He like, yo, all I'm gonna do is make you bigger by responding. Now, Honeycomb Brazy said,
one now.
Yeah, he got rid of one. He got rid of 2.
But he stuck to the fine one. Go ahead.
Honeycomb Brazy, yeah.
That's what it was.
Honeycomb Brazy said that he put on Finesse 2 times. Now he's trying to take credit for his career. So this is why he's trying to do that. Honeycomb Brazy, before he went to jail, everybody is familiar with Rap a Lot, right? And Jay Prince. He was messing with Jay Prince. Jay Prince was actually feeling Honeycomb Brazy music a lot. So once he went to jail or whatever, when he was talking to Finesse, after Finesse got out, he was like, "Hey, bro, you should sign with Jay Prince Jr." And Jay Prince Jr. came and signed him. But Jay Prince Jr. didn't sign him because of that. He signed Finesse 2 times. But since Honeycomb was with his dad before that, he was like, I was the link between y'all. He wouldn't have signed that nigga if he wasn't called. He had been heard who got a bigger name? Finesse 2 times name is way bigger.
Way bigger than, yeah.
So Honeycomb Brazy, he got 2.
He didn't even know him.
Yeah. So he got 2 videos right now, 2 songs right now that I'm gonna give him this props. He got 2 songs that trending in the top 10 on YouTube videos right now. 2 times. And that's because he talking bad about Finesse. So niggas want to hear
a little drama. But if it wasn't that though, would they have had the same amount of views?
Not at all, because he didn't have no songs that was on his level before that.
This nigga?
Yep.
Yeah, that's him.
They're like two little special ed kids arguing with each other. They both look crazy.
I'm one of them people. I grew up, my family were gang members, and I know firsthand how that street code stuff, it might seem cute, like, oh, loyalty this, but a lot of that stuff is dumb. Men will miss out on great opportunities
and they go out the window.
On great relationships because you're so busy on following a code. But in real life, like, that only works for street stuff. When you're in real life, you really got to stop and think about decisions. It's not based off of, oh, you can't base your decision off what your friend said that is cool or is not cool. Like, at that point, if Finesse 2 times jumped off a bridge, nigga, would you jump with him? Because you're making life decisions like that.
Now some niggas
that label could have.
You really hit the old lady at this point.
Yeah.
Now I say some niggas is gay. I think I had that conversation with somebody before.
Because like, some men do love and idolize other men. It's just like, dang.
Hey, broships. What are they called? Bromance.
Speaking of gangs and all this shit, man. Young Thug is in court currently running circles around the fucking district attorney. This nigga is hilarious. Have y'all been seeing what he been doing in court?
I haven't. Tell me.
You know I'm watching.
So,
it's funny.
unlike your boy Tory, this nigga actually sat on the stand. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. Hey, listen. Okay, but this nigga,
get up out of here.
They asked him. One. This ain't. I'm gonna go from least funny to the funniest one. They said, "Are you a blood?" Because in all your music, you say you're blood. You know, Birdman, Lil Wayne. You know, and this nigga said, "Man, it's just entertainment. You know, I'm just out here. I like the color red. You know what I'm saying? It's a real nice color.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool. You know what I'm saying? But then this one right here is what took the cake, though. They said, so y'all remember Lil Wayne's tour bus got shut up like in 2012.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently this dude named Roscoe is the one who shot the tour bus up. And they was like, the attorney literally during the middle of a conversation they was having while Young Thug was sitting there, he was like, so if you didn't do X, Y, and Z, why is Roscoe saying that you were the one? He was like, if you're not the one who was in charge of doing everything, why did Roscoe say that you're the one that told him to shoot up Lil Wayne's tour bus? Everybody looked at Young Thug. Young Thug looked. He said, man, Roscoe ain't said shit. Like he was on to the. He was on to these niggas. He said Roscoe ain't said shit while he was sitting on the stand or whatever. They really tried to trip him up and make him think his homie had flipped and said some shit. But they usually do that shit behind closed doors. They did this shit while he was on stand. I ain't never seen that before. I said, why did Roscoe say you told him to shoot? Roscoe ain't said shit.
Didn't Gunna tell y'all that the DA and them trying to do that? He said they gave me this deal and it ain't what they said it was, and we all laughed at the little song he put out, but the song really wasn't covered.
Gunna snitch, bro. What are you talking about?
Gunna did, man. You keep saying we've been having this argument.
I want to have that conversation.
Gunna didn't snitch, bro.
Gunna definitely snitched.
Gunna did.
And I feel like he was tricked into doing it.
He snitched. He didn't snitch, but what he did was, to us, it does look like snitching. Yeah. But to the law, what he did was say enough to not reprimand him even more than what he was already reprimanding. Because regardless of what Gunna said, they were still going to keep Thug because there's so many other stuff outside of it. He did enough to get his stuff out and to.
He answered a
question.
The question was why all I needed and everybody, including Thug's brother, have said yes. They said it's YSL a gang.
Watch this. So
what is YSL?
This right here proves that Gunna snitched. So they said they asked Young Thug, if you're not over YSL, if YSL is not a gang, why did Roscoe take your instructions to go shoot up Lil Wayne's tour bus? He said Roscoe ain't say shit, and he told him he's not a part of a gang. That's what Gunna was supposed to say. So the thing with Gunna is Gunna had already came to an agreement. They was gonna let him out. They got their plea deal. What they didn't tell him they was gonna do was ask him was YSL a gang on the stand. So when they asked him that, it caught him off guard. But this nigga, you gotta think about it. This nigga in his mind, he's about to walk home. He's about to get the fuck out of there. So when they said that, of course, most niggas in their right mind is gonna be like, yeah, it is a gang, so I can get the fuck out of here. But that don't mean you didn't snitch because you gave them pertinent information. They needed to prove that it's a gang. Now they got one of the gang members telling you that it was
basing it off of his words.
No,
I think regardless of what he said,
you still got to convict him, but but at the same thing, but I'm not saying he didn't snitch.
The only person who said
let me get finished with this statement, with this comment on Gunna though. They asked him that shit for a reason. They didn't ask him as his favorite fucking cereal, honeycomb. They asked him, was YSL a gang? They asked questions for a reason. When they asked that, now they have somebody who said that it is a gang that's actually involved with the gang. So that they asked that question for a reason. They didn't just put in a random ass question right before he was about to walk out of the courtroom. Come on, y'all, let's be real.
But what is that?
Let's be real.
You saying somebody snitching mean you come out giving pertinent information that they didn't have no clue about.
No, it's not that they didn't have no clue about it. You wouldn't be on trial if they didn't have no clue about the shit you was doing. What are we talking about, bro? Like what but you are now confirming what they suspicions.
90% of the niggas who went on this trial got a plea deal. All niggas answered the same question. Only nigga who's sitting up here gonna run circles, nigga with the bread and the lawyer. They just posted Gunna
because
like everybody said, yes,
it was the thing.
You're moving the goalpost, bro. I'm not saying nobody else snitched. I'm saying he snitched.
I'm not moving the goalpost. I'm saying when you're like snitching is when if we all are caught, like nigga, we standing right here, gun in our hand. It's official that we know that this is a game. You will lie, this turns the whole new situation.
If it was official, this shit would already be over. They still have to prove that it's a game. Well, you know what makes it easier to prove that something is a game? When the members of the actual gang tell you it's a game.
They're not trying to prove the game now because they know they can't. They've already said they can't beat Thug with saying that YSL is a game.
They still trying to prove it. They're trying to find an alley. They're trying to find an alley to get him on because they have all these things they can say he's involved in, but what they can't do is they cannot connect the dots because, like he said, none of the people who committed crimes that they caught that are part of YSL are saying Thug gave them instructions. Hey, bro,
without instructions, I can't arrest you for saying.
Well, we talking about some old shit right now. Let's get to some new shit because we got to talk about it. I definitely got to get your thoughts on this because this is some shit that you can find yourself in one day, and hopefully you never go through this shit. Trey Songz, Tiny, I don't know who else he worked for. It's a bodyguard. First of all, he was with Trey Songz, working in Dubai. You heard about this?
I know about it.
So a dude ran up on Trey Songz in Dubai, tried to attack him. His bodyguard jumps out. All he does is push the man out of the way, stops him from getting at Trey Songz. Man, the dude comes home. Nothing. Everything is all good. They go back to Dubai to do a show like 6 months later. When they get there, his bodyguard is arrested. Now, he's a bodyguard to a whole bunch of stars. They say he's one of the best in the business. He's a bodyguard to Tiny, several NFL players, Trey Songz, and just a shitload of people, right? Mm-hmm. They lock this man up. All he needs is $50,000 to get out. They don't raise the $50,000. Tiny received a lot of backlash because she then goes online and posts a GoFundMe. It's $50,000. Y'all are stupid rich. Y'all don't even have to come up with this alone. Y'all could have did this together. Really, it's on Trey Songz, honestly, though, because
that was his current money. He was protecting him.
He protected you. Mm-hmm. Don't you know they gave this man? He just went to court. They gave this man a year in jail.
In Dubai,
and they gonna keep him in jail for a year for doing this.
Bail or what?
Well, no, because they was like, you can give us $50,000. You know, that's another country. They can do whatever the fuck they want to. Mm-hmm. So they told him, if you come up with $50,000, we'll let you go. Period. We'll let you go. He couldn't come up with $50,000, so they gave him a year in jail. I feel so fucking bad for this man. Trey Songz is a piece of shit for that. Like, you let your bodyguard go to jail for protecting you. Go ahead, my man. As a bodyguard.
So for one bodyguard, I feel bad for dude because that is so fucked up how Trey Songz played that. But that's why we in the bodyguard world, we always say, watch who you work for. He is known and notoriously known to be a piece of shit.
That's true.
He go everywhere fighting. His entourage always fighting. He always got a rape case pending. He always got some shit going on.
4 rape cases a year.
When we go on to like being the bodyguard from the paperwork side where he fucked up, shout out Bacon, he always keep me in line with my fucking paperwork. Meaning, when you work for these artists, they got to sign a paper saying you are working for them. That means you are an extension of their body. So we have to find the international papers when you traveling abroad because artists do shit like that. Like, I've worked with an artist before and I got to walk. I call my chief like, yo, this nigga out here leaving. First, what he told me, leaving. Because if I'm working for you, I'll tell you when I start this, I'm only working for you, not your entourage. What are our do's and don'ts? So if you're an artist, you don't want nobody touching you, you can't have no one person detail. Meaning, you need to have 3 or 4 people. So we got you surrounded. Nobody can get to you. Thing 1. 2, if I get in trouble, we already got this shit signed and paused. If I get in trouble for protecting you, we should have had a contract ironed out that you're supposed to take care of this. Now, saying who this bodyguard is and saying he does already have clout, I'm willing to bet he does have that paperwork that's written out, probably in America, not for Dubai. When he get out and he come back over here, best believe if he got that paperwork signed, he gonna sue the fuck out of Trey Songz.
Man,
just sit down for a year behind pushing somebody is crazy. But
I am so pissed off with this, bro. This shit is like this is the definition of injustice. This is some bullshit. Y'all got a man who has a whole fucking family over there doing a year in jail behind doing his fucking job. That's terrible.
Well, you
man.
know, artists do
terrible.
That's why, like, Kane only works for certain artists. Big Kane did punch me out.
Yeah.
He only worked with so many people because, like, I'm being real with you. I have been out with plenty of artists, bro. They'll be out acting a fool and they don't like to do paperwork. I could call Chief. We get calls all the time. We're like, yeah. The people be willing to pay the money. The money don't ever be the problem. They don't want to sign no paperwork because they feel like,
they binds them. It ties them.
If we get into a shootout and I'm working for you, this shit fall on you.
That's what I said.
I'm working.
Yeah.
I'm not. That's why, like, if you see me working, I was in my body cam on. And the first thing I'm starting every day with, beep, boop, body cam. The whole time I'm out with artists, I'm recording everything. Because if you go start some shit and I end up stuck in the middle of it, I don't got to turn this in to the police. But if you start acting like you don't know what happened, then you go, Mr. Officer, I don't got nothing to do with this.
I'm such a Gucci Man fan. When you said I'm starting off my day, I'm finna say, what a
box
blunt apart.
Oh, yeah, I had the lyrics messed up.
Yeah, box of pups.
Box of perp. Like, I don't know what I was talking about.
I'm starting off my day with a
You're real Gucci.
Hey. Yeah, like, I was just zoned out when you said that shit.
I feel bad for Buddy gonna sit down for that.
What you think about it?
Hopefully he sue the fuck out of Trey Songz.
Yeah. I agree. I do hope that whenever he comes out, that Trey Songz will be held accountable. Now, do I think that Tiny should have been responsible? No, because currently he wasn't protecting her. Now, it would have been the kindness of her heart, yes, to definitely help out.
Yeah,
but it really did fall on Trey Songz and his team to make sure that they handle that. Now, I will say with him and all the legal stuff he got going on, maybe he felt like this too hot to touch. I'm already in some hot water shit, maybe. But that still don't excuse that what he did was wrong.
Yeah.
But I do know that once you have a team and people as big as Trey Songz, you have legal counsel and legal guidance too. So it might have not been all on Trey Songz's decision. It might have been like, look, this don't look good on paper. You need to we advise you not to do this. And sometimes a lot of artists do have to adhere to that. But do I think what he did was right? Absolutely. It was wrong. That was messed up. He was the one being protected, so he should then be protecting his bodyguard. But I will say that maybe it was some, I don't know, maybe there had to be a reason why they didn't do that. I don't think it was intentional. It couldn't have been like, nah, fuck this nigga, we gonna let him. It had to be something going on to where he couldn't touch him or something.
As bodyguards, we are instructed off the rip. Like,
different.
They are. That's what I'm saying. It might have been.
Lady from Houston.
Maybe he couldn't fight it.
They got stuck over there for yelling at somebody.
No matter where you at as a bodyguard, they do it. My biggest thing, I get in trouble for it all the time. Ray, we can't touch people. So like the biggest thing they always tell us is we can't touch until somebody strikes, which is where that fine line becomes. I gotta protect you with my voice and my body.
So you're supposed to let them get hit first, and then you're supposed to whoop them.
Not hit. You're supposed to get in between. Like, so you're supposed to be quote unquote their lifeline. I gotta get in between you before somebody attacks. It's a lot. And I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. In the middle of somebody, you see somebody running at this artist and you trying to protect them, your first reaction gonna be, fuck it.
Hey, speaking of a lot, man, did y'all see that Iggy Azalea beat out Tyga and Cardi B as the top earner on OnlyFans? She made $50 million last year.
Iggy Azalea?
Iggy Azalea.
The nose?
All of them got noses, too.
They say Azalea Bank. That's it. Iggy Azalea.
Wow. I want to say
the white girl that was signed to T.I.
Yeah, the one that was with Swaggy B.
But I forgot. Oh, yeah,
OnlyFans, whoever created that is making buku money.
The one D'Angelo Russell snitched on.
She got a baby by she got a baby by
Playboy Cardi.
I thought she had a baby by Nick Young.
I hate that nigga music. Huh?
I thought she was with Nick Young. She was.
No, she was. Yeah, that was
but I think her baby is from Playboy Cardi.
Yeah, her baby was Playboy Cardi though.
That's a crazy switch.
I would say this: OnlyFans has
how you go from that to Devil Worship?
It's
crazy, huh?
OnlyFans has changed a lot of people's life.
For sure.
I feel like OnlyFans shows how sick we really are as a world.
We freaking.
Because people are willing to subscribe monthly
That shit's sick.
And a lot of these men that have OnlyFans and women, but I think it's more men that probably subscribe. But a lot of these people have families, girls, kids, or whatever. But it's like the fact that you're willing. Porn is free. You got hella ass for free. That shows how crazy you are to subscribe to somebody. Like, what's your idea?
I understand how this works though. OnlyFans, you get to see people like so. Most of us not paying for no porn, like you said, it's free.
Right.
But majority of people, if it was somebody you went to high school, you had a crush on, somebody you went to college with that you liked, or you wouldn't even have to like them. We are nosy as fuck. We want to see what's going on. And then a lot
to be nosy.
Yeah, and then especially, and then I think it depends on the price point too. Now they charging $50, they charging $100. A lot of people like fuck that. I ain't giving nigga $50 or $100.
Them $5.99.
But them $5.99, them sale prices, the $4, the $3.
Same price as a biggie bag.
Exactly. I do this. Man, what? I done bought a McDouble for that amount. They don't even sell no bitch no more. Anyway,
that's crazy.
Yeah, but so OnlyFans.
You ever paid for OnlyFans before?
Me?
Yeah.
From somebody I knew. Yeah, for sure. It was the same exact situation. It was somebody I knew. I was like, shit.
Have you paid for OnlyFans before?
Fuck no. I'd be damn. I give a bitch $5.99 of my hard money for some cooch I ain't even touching.
You did? You paid for OnlyFans before?
No, I haven't. Nah. As a woman, I don't think there's even with me. I know men that put themselves out there too, but to me. That turned me off. I don't like it. Especially if they find. I'm like, baby, you ain't gotta do this. Like, cover up. Like, why would you sling a dick on camera? Like, I don't even want to see you for real. Like,
damn.
Some people gotta do that, but then there's some people you like, bro. You know you ain't gotta do that. So I don't know. I'm not gonna judge people that do. But
Tiger be going crazy on there. He got a shitload of women subscribing to his shit. He be like top 5 every year.
Bro, so I don't know what a nigga on there doing. I don't want to know.
The same thing women do with fucking people.
Yeah, he
masturbating. On there. Fucking and masturbating. That's what else can you do other than that? There's some people that solely do OnlyFans with their feet. Cool, but if you got an OnlyFans, you're having sex or you're masturbating. What other things people's watching you do?
I asked that about on the last pod. Kel was like, Liz Cambridge has OnlyFans now, and I was like, is she on there doing showing her feet or something? And then he was like, nah, she going all the way. I was like, hell nah. Like, the WNBA player.
But I don't know, bro. I'm sorry. I just can't see myself paying.
I'm gonna tell you how I would play it. If I was, a sex worker who wanted to get money for put myself out there, this is how I would play it. I would not subscribe. I wouldn't do an OnlyFans. I would try my best to make up my own website, right? Get a website. If you know people personally that like you or maybe fetishize about you, whatever, send them a link, private link type shit. Maybe even NDA or some type of disclosure to where I don't have to release that you're paying for me and you don't release that you're watching me type thing. Right. And then have your select amount of subscribers that where you can up the price. Instead of $5.99, get 10 dudes that you know to pay $59.99.
I mean, either way, you got.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Nothing more than free. I just want you OnlyFans.
You can change your price though, and then OnlyFans, you gonna have to pay somebody regardless. So if you get your own website done, or you can pay for OnlyFans, which is they constantly maintenance they shit. It's just more. It's more. What's the word I'm looking for? People trust them more because they've been around for so long. So it's just easy to just go in there and start your account. So I think people go with them just because of that. It's like going to YouTube as opposed to people who be streaming on what's that shit called Twitch and shit like that. Like I ain't never been on Twitch because it's like I'm on YouTube. Like I ain't going that route. So
I hear what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
So think that I see what she's saying too.
Yeah, also right now, if I know their name, I can go on OnlyFans, look at their name. I might not can watch videos, but you can absolutely see their page. I'm talking about something nobody knows other than the people that are paying you. Nobody can just go online and be like, oh yeah, I know this website. I mean, like something just more a little bit exclusive.
Those people aren't scared to be seen though. Like those people, not. They like that. So it's not.
It would be me protecting me more than them because you paying for me. I already know you don't give a damn. Like you doing something I wouldn't even do myself. But it's like for me, it'd be protecting.
I'm talking about the workers, the sex workers themselves. They don't give.
Oh yeah, that's why they're OnlyFans. It's a public site. I mean,
they don't care. They like shit. Hey, come see this shit.
Right.
I know some
they
women,
want the more attention.
I know some women who talk about their pussy as if it was a basketball that was on sale at fucking Dick's Sporting Goods or something. Like they like, yeah, who don't want to see this pussy? Like, man, it ain't nothing but pussy. When I hear women say that shit every time, I just trip. Like in my mind, I be like, wait, what? Like, it ain't nothing but pussy. Like, you ain't never seen pussy before? I be tripping every time I hear that. Anywho, it's been a great episode. What you got? What you got coming up?
So I am dropping an EP very soon, guys. Just left LA and I did a little sabbatical out there where I was able to work with some artists and producers and wrote my own stuff. So I'll be dropping that very soon. But yeah, hit me up on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Janiyah Tashe on all platforms.
Cool. Where is it gonna be releasing?
I want to say probably top of December. Top of January.
Which sites? Like it's gonna be on
everything.
Spotify, Apple.
Spotify, Apple. I always drop a version on SoundCloud too for the people who might not have either one of them because my mom is an Android user. She don't do Spotify or Apple, so I do YouTube and do SoundCloud for the people who might not have the streaming site. So it's gonna be everywhere.
It's gonna be on that Kanye shit where what's that shit he had? He came up with a whole nother platform to release it.
He had the one little thing you could buy. You had something you could buy.
You had to buy STEM.
Yeah.
It was STEM something.
Yeah.
It's called STEM something. It was
Yeah.
like $250
to like listen to his album.
Yeah,
So
I'm
he's
really
still
debating
putting out
when I
music.
should drop it because technically the industry is closed now. For those who are in the industry, you know how it is from November to January. It's really not a good time for people to drop unless you have like a super big team and you somebody like Beyonce or Nicki. But when they say the industry closed down from November to January, basically it means this is the time where labels are trying to get their artists ready for the first quarter of the year. So they're not really putting out much. They're gathering different songs that they've gotten from different songwriters who's, it's just it's an idle time in the industry. Like it's on some if you know type shit. So that's why I'm debating whether it's a good time to drop. But also with me being an independent artist, I have the leisure of not having to go by the industry's time clock because I'm not signed to a label. I don't really have to adhere to that. So
for sure.
I can drop whenever.
That's fine.
All right, man. Y'all heard it here first. You know what I'm saying? We had a good episode, man. We'll holler at y'all next week. Appreciate y'all tuning in. A whole lot of cap.
Peace.